like the Aussie, like, or cowboy hat on top of the space goggles. The fly.
So the length of the shadow. Do we want to have a look at that, or is
Probably a little too hard for now?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
So the
Length
other thing
of
is,
shadows for? What did he say? Let's go back. Sorry, let's get him from the beginning. All right, here we go.
down under, and I flew across the Southern Pacific on a flight QF-27, and that has all kinds of problems. We were told it didn't fly, etc., etc. But anyway, I'm here. I'm in Antarctica, and
What was he talking about? The QF-27? There's all kind of problems with that. What the hell is he talking about? I don't know who he is, but I'm starting to like him. Irrespective of...
Critical think.
Is it? Is that who it is?
I've got a couple of experiments running now.
You don't got any experiments running. You don't know what an experiment is, you clown of an ass. Oh, sorry.
Where's Wally? He's one of the...
No swearing.
Where's Wally?
No swearing, please.
He was in the original 20.
Sorry, I didn't swear. I was preparing to swear.
And he's couldn't come along. He would have loved to have come along, but he couldn't come along. But he did send an experiment.
He sent you an experiment. What the hell is going on here?
What did he send? It UPS?
So I've got that experiment running now. For him,
It's running. So the experiment's running. All right. Well, let's go see that experiment.
the time lapse of a sundial.
A time lapse of a sundial. Whatever, you retard, man. You retarded, dude. I actually think that's an experiment. I'm sorry, go ahead. Well, I was going to say, what they're going to do, check whether the sundial works. What? What's the hypothesis for a sundial? That's what I want to know. Just checking. How can you come on? What is he, like 2 feet tall? What the hell? Step up.
Step on a few crates there, buddy.
He needs a high chair. To fly in the high chair.
It will record the shadow, hopefully for 24 hours, and also the length of the shadow. Do we want to have a look at that, or is
probably a little too hard for
You're going to need a flat earth for that length of a shadow.
So the other thing is, and my experiment that I've brought with me.
Oh, you just brought one and you had other people send you experiments, huh? Okay, are you that stupid?
Is the weight change versus latitude experiment. Now,
the weight change versus latitude. I'm going to buy me some gold.
Oh my God! Is this the test mass guy and the ETFOS guy?
Yes,
I get. Thank you.
This is a historic moment because
you were getting ready to say experiment, so now it's a historic moment. Okay.
This will be the first time that we have had someone come to Antarctica. This is what that I know of. That has made a prediction of what a mass will weigh and come to Antarctica and test it out. Now, there's only been one other occasion.
What? Huh? You made a prediction on what a test mass would weigh? What he said?
Yes.
You guys got me doing a treatment right out of the gate. What? Huh? What? I don't understand.
Where they sent a set of scales to Antarctica, and that was the GNOME experiment, but that was not a formal experiment. That was just a marketing exercise.
Oh, so, that wasn't a formal experiment. Then this is a formal experiment? I'm still waiting for the hypothesis. You going to show us?
We've done that Well, we're going to do it. Are we going to do it live now?
You want to?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
So we'll do it live. I got the scale set up. I've made a prediction. I've made several predictions.
I made a prediction.
What's the natural observed phenomenon?
They've all come true very close. Today, the prediction is 1,003.
Prediction is that implying that tomorrow the prediction will be different? What a clown.
3 grams and 80.80. And that is 3.8 grams heavier than when I started out in Brisbane. And that's what the globe predicts. So we'll go.
So the globe predicts that. That's not your prediction. So the globe predicts that this test mass will weigh 3 grams heavier? Really?
What's weighing? What's weight exactly?
Weight, in their paradigm, W equal mg. Mg, love you long time.
What is it in reality?
That's a good question. Adam?
Yeah, it's
Density.
convention on the balance, okay? And so, and this is the trouble. You say, how do you identify that the balance is exactly the same in these very different conditions? Summer in Brisbane, now that's going to be warm, mate.
Yep.
And here, it's a bit like what Brian did, where they pretended that if you went up a mountain in the same location with the same equipment and demonstrated, you get a different reading there. The point is to keep the conditions for the balance equivalent. If this balance is out in the open, then this is the reason that we have weights and measures, okay? Because we recognize that where we go in different places, the balance itself can be perverted by the environment. So what we have to ensure we have continuity is test weights, so that we know what it weighs. And this is wherever we are, whatever we're doing. Yeah, that's the standard there for you for what it actually weighs to set your balance to. So to go there and then use the variation in your balance, which is not how you would work as a pharmacist or as a customs officer. Everything is set to the known standard, not to something that could vary in different conditions, which is what he appears to be doing. If I take my scales from Brisbane, mate, where it's lovely and warm and humid, and keep everything the same, but yeah, and keep them the same and preserve them until I get here where it's really cold. And I think somebody's already alluded to, there's no moisture in the air at all. Yeah. The whole density, for want of a better phrase, or the pressure systems plays out very differently. At best, you see, we're judging the equipment, which is why hundreds and hundreds of years, we don't transport the scales. We can make scales wherever we are. We transport a stamped and dated known weight.
Sure. Everything you said is correct, but I don't think you answered Nathan's question.
Okay.
What is weight?
That's just a convention. I started with that.
Oh, okay.
And how's it measured?
It's based on the principle of density disequilibrium, particularly for solids and liquids, with regards to the medium of air. And that's what I was alluding to earlier with regards to the medium of air. Look at the differences in the medium that we're talking about. Is the air in Brisbane hot, humid, the same as the air there? And that's what the convention. No. So the medium of which the convention is based upon changes, which is hence that ramble, which is why we take a known mass. Yeah. That's okay. That's its purpose. You don't transport some really good scales. Yeah. You take something of known weight.
Yes.
And, and then calibrate your scales to that. Not, I've got really good scales and I'll go and weigh things in different places. That's not how.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say something about calibration. You have to Did that answer your question, Nathan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was fishing for something, but I didn't get that.
All right.
Oh, you're a fishing?
Yeah. We'll get there anyway. This video's going to... Don't worry.
Okay.
All right, we're going to head in here real quick. So this is the building that we have.
Wait a second. I thought they were tents. Where's the tents? Okay.
Set up for us by ALE to hang out in while we're filming the sun.
Oh, so they don't sleep in there or anything, right? That's just a temporary. Okay. All right.
So we'll go ahead and come in here and
Come in here and get another ad. Thanks. Moment, ladies and gentlemen. Are we live?
partake in this.
Yes.
Really? Is this? I thought this was just, all right.
Experiment.
Experiment. Okay.
So what I have here is, this is my primary scale, which is the one that is most accurate. So
you got a most accurate scale. What about the other scale? What?
At least accurate.
Oh, that's the least accurate. Okay.
Oops. I've leveled the scale here already.
Why does it have a T in it? Can't see the readout. Got T.
And
Ready.
it's pretty hard to find something very level here, but
Oh,
there we
no, I
go.
can see it.
It's level, and we weigh our 1 kilogram mass.
Oh, it's gone.
Now you have to stand very still, because it
What?
will make waves. You can see
Waves.
that it's moving. So, but we got.
Can anyone see this? It looks like it's blacked out or something.
That's
All
the green screen again. He's leveled it,
Is
though,
it?
right?
It's just an LCD. When you had a slightly different angle, you could see it, couldn't you? It's
Yeah, you could, but looks like it's blacked out. It's not. There's no. You know what I'm saying? It's not defined edges and corners. This looks like it wouldn't look like this. Or is it the green screen from
Yes.
the previous?
Yes.
Okay.
75 or 76. That is so close.
So 75 or 76. What? Did that match your prediction?
What the prediction is.
What?
Awesome.
So there you go.
Whoa.
I didn't
Let me
see
go back.
anything.
Hold on. Let me go back.
Did anyone... It's quite noisy. Did anyone pick up on the fact that he's leveled the tool?
Yes.
75 or 76. That is so close.
75 or 76 of what? What the heck? What was your prediction? Let me go back. Sorry. Did he say it? I must have missed it. All right. I could have. 1 second.
there. It was. There it was.
It's
It
most
is exactly that. Did you see the TF come up? There it is. There, look. There.
Oh, I see
I've
it.
leveled the
Yeah.
scale here.
Stop the fucking video. Yeah, it looks like that's part of the green screen.
Yeah.
All right.
Already, and it's pretty hard to find something very level here, but there we go. It's level, and we weigh our 1 kilogram mass.
That's really suspect. Pause. This is
Yeah.
really
What the hell was
suspicious.
that?
This is really no. Right. Number one, it's not green. And number two, it's like you've cut right. So look at the edges. Can you make that full screen for me, QA?
Yeah. That looked. That's
Like you've coloured it in with a pen to outline the area you want to black out. No, look at that. You see, look, those aren't the lines. Look at that.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it before.
It's weird because the colour of I thought it was just the reflectiveness of the LCD screens, because
It's not.
sometimes you don't see your digital watch from
Of course.
particular angle.
That's not what that is.
No, it's not, because then the green screen's still on. Is this weird? What? This is weird. That just somebody that messes about with video. If I look at that bit now, I've coloured that in. That looks like something I've coloured in for me to then put an overlay. It doesn't look like something that the PC's identified as a chroma key issue.
Yeah. Look at the edges. It's so it doesn't move. It stays over this. Isn't that strange, Nathan?
It's not in perspective of
who cares? He's measuring something down, isn't he? Something's moving down.
We're not on about what he's doing. We're on about the editing. What we're seeing here is it doesn't look like the previous one where I said, no, it's just the computer's picked it up. This one doesn't. This looks like somebody's overlaid that area to then use the same apologetics onto.
Yep, they blacked it out.
Yeah, it looks like it's been selected by hand. Yeah, as opposed to selected by PC. If you look at that,
it was 00. Look at this now. Now we can see it.
There you go.
Look at the color of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Now this is the point. If you're going to do chroma key, you can pick purple. Purple's another good color other than green. Yeah, it messes about with black. So we've not got a lot of black about. Purple's a great color. But none of this matches. You've got blacks, you've got stuff, but that isn't what's happened. Watch. Look at the definitive line on the screen.
Let me slow this down.
It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I stand to be wrong. It just...
Look how sharp the corners are.
Let's go real slow. Yeah. Here we go.
And
somebody put it in there.
There you go. And look, right. So at bottom right corner, a couple of mils up, there's a white square. Look, you see, that's bad coloring. You can see it's coloring. You have to do that yourself. You select it and tell the PC. The PC has not selected that, in my opinion. Somebody has selected that area for overlay.
Watch what happens. Okay.
Look. Stinks.
This is very strange. Why would you do that on a nothing burger? Watch what happens.
Why would the PC, even if you've engaged chroma key, it doesn't do that? It doesn't do, look at it.
Yep. Place that in there. This is live? No way.
That's what it says it is. He said it was live.
Watch this. This is at 0.25 speed. This is very strange. Watch it again. It just popped in there, Nathan.
Yeah, I see. I'm watching. I'll be honest. On first bluff, I was like, "Oh, that's just the green screen thing kicking in," and I just ignored it.
But it's not, because you, as somebody that can do green screen, it doesn't work like that. If you've got green screen on your iPhone or whatever, then all the colors that match what's been blacked out, and there's two colors there. There's black and the light gray of the LCD. Anything. So this cable here, yeah, and also the black case that was on in his jacket should be now getting green screen. If the green screen effect is during filming, it's not. That's what I'm saying. If you look at that, there's a switch. Now, either he switched it on at the point for you to request the phone to behave in a different way and interpret that little bit. But like I say, the phone doesn't know you want to do just that area. All you can tell it is the color to pick as the green screen chroma key effect. Yeah. Now, what you could also do is tell stuff to select this area within the frame and keep that frame thing constant and color it out yourself, which may require you to either draw around the perimeter of the area you're doing or just put a box on. That looks like it's been drawn around badly. Yeah. But the two things will then allow me to put whatever in that black area I want with my chroma key stuff. But the methods are very different, right? So if I was to select just standard chroma key, like if I'm on Skype, you get all sorts of wobbly effects on edges, right? So it's a cheap and easy way of doing it, right? If I do it like this, I get a precise effect. It's just the ways you know, when I'm doing videos, that's how you do it. You know what I mean? Now, how you can build stuff and put And that is, to me, as somebody that, if that was me, the only way I can do that is not to ask the machine to do it at live filming. It's to go back and do it and then create a little pocket for me to project, overlay whatever I want, which is what we see in a second when his background screen comes in. I'm so bent. I don't mind on the jacket, but look at it. Look at it. Watch as he puts the weight down, Q. I'm really curious. He doesn't just put the weight down. It takes ages. He's almost like he's got his hand there and the zeros don't change still. Just super slow again.
And rewind.
The second, right. So the second that thing hits the thing and you would get a reading, it's gone. Been obliterated, look.
Yep.
But do you not think this is just a red herring so that we discuss this in this way? Who cares? He's calibrated it with respect to level, something you can't have on a ball. He's measuring something down perpendicular to horizontal that you can't have on a ball. Who cares?
No, I don't care because I've pointed out in terms of weights and measures, drug dosing. You went to to Antarctica, yeah. What you would do is you would take those things he's putting on there, and then you would calibrate your machine to those weights. Okay, not the reverse. Take the weights down and your machine, and then weigh your weights again. They should be stamped, yeah, and approved that the 500 grams that it says on them are exactly that. Okay, and that's their purpose for taking them with you, so that when you get to a strange place where conditions are different, you calibrate your machine. This is what, you know, when you're dealing with lives, yeah, that's how you do it to make sure what you're doing is accurate. So I'll give you an example. If we was to go to Antarctica and suddenly there was a need for me to accurately measure.
Oh my God, that's besides the point.
No, it's not. It's the exact point. If there was a need.
You're talking about calibrating the machine. I'm talking about the stupid black thing that popped in out of it non-existence.
So yes, there's the two sides of things. The first side is that, and the second side is actually what's being presented is incorrect.
Yes, of course it is.
Well, focus on that more because actually, because that's the switcheroo.
He's a retard. The people that are watching this are retards. They don't know that. I don't really care about that. And it's not an experiment. It's a travesty of a train wreck of a dumpster fire by a moron right here, Mr. Fly. I'm concerned with the black thing that came in from non-existence.
Mr. Fly.
Mr. Fly got me too.
What, Adam? Focus. We all know you're right. Everything you said was absolutely correct. It's the black thing. Did I just step off in the bizarro world?
No. There's two egregious things. The first is the fundamentals that he's mugging people off, and the second is what we're on at the moment, which is that overlay. Both are egregious, mate. Both are things that, if it was a flat earther doing it, we're called scammers. What is going off? Yeah?
Don't know.
He's indoors. Why has he still got those boggles on?
All right. We spent enough time on this. Where we at? Playback. 0.25. Where's the normal speed at? 2 times? No, 1 time.
Roll down on your right-hand side.
Oh, is it on the right-hand side? Sorry. Normal. All right, here we go.
Kilogram mass. Now you have to stand very still because it will make
the hell up.
Waves. You can see that it's moving. So, but we got 75 or 76. That is so close.
So, I think that's a spring balance, is it not?
I don't see anything.
Don't worry about it, Neil. You're not Look at the blue thing come in here too. What's up with that?
Smells
Yeah, I see
right.
that.
So green screen. What is right? Go back. No. So that's his background. So that is now full green screen. So the black we're seeing now is green screen. So it's not black that is coloured in. That's the black of Will's logo. So that corner bit of blue is part of his background picture. So
really,
yeah, you look at it. Yeah.
Let me go. Let's do the playback speed again. I think. Let's go to 0.25 because it's going to show up here. That little blue thing popped in. Okay, here we go.
Close. What prediction is?
Yeah, we can really see that.
Yeah, so now allow it to play still, and you'll see some of the lettering come in. So that must be part of the logo, because what I thought it was was just the light thing, which is odd again, because the green screen should be just removing that area. It should either be replacing it with the original image or just keeping it as part of the green screen overlay.
Give me 2 minutes.
For what?
Vanish and stop talking, generally speaking.
Probably got to do something.
And not press play. Get some pineapple. I don't know.
But when he puts the weight on, ain't I supposed to see a reading?
That's the weird thing. He takes so long. Well, are you careful? You don't drop weights on real precise scales like that. You've got to be careful, yeah? Otherwise, you'll damage the spring. Remember that.
I know. I used to be a dealer. I know what about the weights.
Yeah. But it's the precision timing of the point where there would be a registration on the scale. Nothing happens. That's the point that the overlay comes in. It's really weird.
I'm old
Right,
though.
now,
I'm back in the triple B days.
Look. Top left. What else have we got? We've got another LCD screen. Now, if this is unintentional green screening, that's the same thing. PC would pick that up. Look, the little scales. You see their LCD screen? Boom.
Yep.
Intentional overlay. The other thing you can notice to see that it's intentional is, at best, if you're going to claim you've picked up the LCD and that's what you're trying to overlay for, or that's what the machine's accidentally picked up, that's not what you've got here. Look, all the edge perimeter of the screen has gone. If you look at the other little machine, you can see the plastic beveling. Well, all the beveling's gone. This is over the whole thing. That has been purposefully obliterated. Yeah? There's now no excuse. Now, the other one with the green screening in, that could be a mistake, or it could be subterfuge on a setup excuse for why it's this same mistake. Oh, look, all I'm doing is showing my back screen. Must be something my computer's done wrong. The first one's fine, but for it to be here, I say that's purposeful, because if you're asking a machine to do it, it would recognize the color of the LCD on the other set of mini scales there, look, without the air screen. So, yeah, bent. That's that. Not bent, but what you can say is you can see that that's a purposeful obliteration.
There's something fishy going on, that's for sure.
Well,
maybe.
It's a purpose. You can make the statement, yeah, through some knowledge of the accused, that's purposeful. That's not a mistake. It's not I've missed a settings button and left the green screen on. This is not the AI within your phone doing this as a mistake. Yeah, this is a purposeful obliteration. Look at it. Are you back, Huey?
Doesn't look like it. Smash the super chat to support this channel.
Wait,
Smash that super chat.
Play. It smells, doesn't it? Really? I mean, I wouldn't want. This is the weird thing. Why do you need to do that? Why do you need to take the scales? Because, like I said, in of itself, it just shows your ignorance. to do this, for these anomalies, these accidents to happen. It just stinks.
So you were about to say that when you administer or put together a prescription, it's going to be different from one part of the world than if you're doing it in another part of the world. And lives depend on it, right?
Let me make the point. If I was to administer a really accurate drug dose to you in Antarctica, would you want me to bring over the most accurate scales and transport them all that way and use them in a completely different environment for this accurate drug dose? Or would you want me to bring over some weights to calibrate that same machine or a different machine, yeah? Or a slightly less accurate machine to calibrate it and make sure it was accurate based on a known weight? Now, what they're claiming is that the amount of drug will be different. The amount of molecules will be different in Antarctica to Nottingham. So I ask you again, do you want to take that machine and calculate a different amount of molecules, yeah? Or do you want to take the weight and calibrate the machine and get the same amount of molecules?
I want the latter.
So what this guy's doing is the complete antithesis of that. He's suggesting that we're going to get a different weight because the molecules, as QE alluded to earlier, it's the same number of molecules, but M equals W times G, doesn't it? Yeah. So he's trying to imply that the reason that the differential on the balance that he hasn't calibrated, he's just taken from a different part of the world. The reason for that is there's a greater or less downward force on the same number of molecules. That's his claim. So make your choice when it's drug delivery time, who you believe.
Out to R. Foshi. It's all on purpose, he says, from the super chat. Thank you very much for the super chat. This stuff's passed in law, right? What is it? Weights and scales in terms of UK law? I'll look it up.
Yeah, weights and measures, yeah.
Weights and measures, right. These are heavily amended laws that go back hundreds of years, so you don't get ripped off when you buy something that weighs something. And there's penalties, and there's people who earn a living from making sure that the people who are utilising instrumentation that weighs things have them correctly calibrated. That's an entire job. These numpties think they can go down, not calibrate a scale, and then suggest the Epphos effect based on putting a known weight on a scale and showing that it doesn't show the known weight. Oh, well, the known weight has obviously changed then. No. You calibrate scales. Idiots. Calibrate how much it's going to press down, something the sphere won't give them. Thank you, welcome back.
You know, I was talking to you the other day, Nathan, about the hierarchy in pharmacy.
Yes.
So as an industrial pharmacist, and unfortunately, even though we're going to go into community, industrial pharmacists have to learn about weights, measures, scales, balances, the types of balance, and the limitations of them, and the effects. It's really important when you're taking a weight of something with a drug that you stipulate certain things. Now, in most cases, it's kind of irrelevant, but this is the point they're invoking here, that we stipulate standard temperature or pressure or room temperature and pressure whenever we use that device. Because when you're dealing with this shit in an accurate sense, i.e. drugs, chemistry labs, etc., we've recognized that over time that, we've got a problem here. If we take the same balance, particularly if it's like a spring balanced here, and this is the other point, we have to know as pharmacists how these things work. Which is why I allude to the point, which is why we take known weights with us. Yeah, not known scales and balances with us. They're useless because, as I alluded to earlier, all of this is a density disequilibrium convention that we're trying to measure, right? And if we recognize, like pharmacists do all over, and chemists do all over that the medium that in which we're trying to ascertain has changed, i.e. freezing bloody cold with absolutely no moisture in the air in Antarctica, or nice and humid in Brisbane, then the medium in which the machine is operating will change. That's, like I say, why weights and measures exists. And more importantly, where did that come from? Came from the East India Company, as they were dealing with shit from one place to the other. What they didn't have on board, right, was a set of scales they trusted. They had a set of weights, of which, would they then able you to calibrate any set of scales.
A couple of quick shout outs. Shout out to Goldie for gifting a membership. Thank you very much indeed. Also shout out to Godzilla37 for the super chat. Says, damn, I thought this was a premiere. Okay, I'll smash the super chat for you. No, I'm going live. Yes, indeed. Also shout out, thank you again, Godzilla37 for the super chat. And another shout out to Uncle Ben for gifting a membership. Thank you very much, all of you, for your support.
All right, are we done with Mr. Fly here?
No. You wandered off. Give me a little, go back a little bit.
Mr. Fly.
Actually, right. So you can do it here. And what I want you to do is watch as it pans, because I want to watch this bit myself. But what we noticed here was the claim may be that it's the AI in the phone that's picked up the digital screen. There's another digital screen, look top right. It's not picked that one up, same colors. And also, the blocking outing is not only applicable to the digital screen, it's also applicable to the beveling on the thing, which it wouldn't do. Now press play and let's just see how it changes. But we're happy. Look, look, stop there. Can you see? It's part of his logo. So there's a bit of white coming in. This is just his logo, his back screen. So I'm happy with that. But look, can you see what's happening? Everything's blurring. That's crisp. Now look at the other LCD screen, which if it's a chroma key effect, it's the same color. The computer should be picking it up and allowing the overlay in that other little letterbox that's there. Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to Vlad on 0 degrees for the super chat.
Now, again, if it's not intentional post-event or during event, but actually not left to AI to just say, cut out this color and stick my background there, as we pan across, there's an equivalent machine with an equivalent size. So the AI should pick up that screen and put another letterbox in the field of view, shouldn't it? If that's his excuse.
Is QE talking? Because we can't hear him if he is.
No, it's not picked it up, for God's sake. Look at this. Never mind.
No green screen on the other one.
Yeah. Thank you so.
Yeah, we done with this?
Yeah. Shout out to Tony Wickham. He says the deception won't stop until you're a globehead. Thank you for the super chat.
All right, let's get on with it.
So much. All right. Glasses back on to be outside.
Pause. So why did the dying fly there have to keep his boggles on all the way through that?
Who cares?
Can't be that bad.
Sorry, Andrew. Sorry, just 1 sec.
All right, we just hit.
Big shout out to Unitox Femu. Now I will go outside and we'll put a jacket on. Okay, thanks for the super chat.
We just hit 3,100 watching live, which is super, super exciting. So glad everyone is here.
That's super, super exciting, huh? Are you some type of retard, son? Don't answer that.
Okay, who's up next? All right, we've got a fan favorite, Mr. Dave McKeegan, all the way here from England. It's been so fun hanging out with Dave, and I'll let him tell you how he's been enjoying it and what he's up to here.
I can't even see the screen here. I'm just seeing a reflection of myself. So I'm going to trust that everyone is there and watching. And the first thing I'm going to say is, Will, just thank you so much, sir.
Are they going to kill us?
Shout out to Elvis Kaforovic, who says, shout out the FE forensic team. Thank you for the super chat.
Is Triangle's going to kiss him?
I think so.
This incredible opportunity, because never in a million years did I think that I would ever come to a place like this. And the whole experience has just been unbelievable. It's been stressful enough for me, only having to deal with my bits and pieces. And you are probably the calmest person I've ever met. So thank you.
So it's 30-some degrees out, and he's got friggin' Eskimo gloves on. Just saying.
So much for the opportunity, and I think everyone would probably say the same thing.
Absolutely.
To everyone else watching, where are we here?
Oh my God, nice Gore-Tex. 35 degrees, your hands would be sweating.
A lot of people saying, "Hey, Dave." Probably people complaining.
See, I got a pair almost like these. Shout out to Gore-Tex.
Shout out to Godzilla 37, who says the temperature there has to be at least 40 above Will's IQ.
I'm seeing no air. Yeah. 30 degrees. So it's definitely, it sounds like the equivalent temperatures like here now, like 5-6 degrees Celsius. So what's that? I don't know what's 5-6 in for you guys. 42 or something like that. 45 was what? 45. Yeah, 45 is 7 degrees. So like 40 degrees. Well, that's like here now. So what is going off? Because there's nothing coming out of their mouths, is there? So it can't be that cold. No. He's not even bothered with a hat, look. It's that moderate. Like I say, what the welding gloves are for, I don't know.
Welding gloves.
Shout out to me, Dad.
1 second. I know it's minor, but I've spent a lot of time in cold weather. There was never a time where I would have my hat off and my gloves on. Just saying.
Yes, there we are. Where is it? Somebody was just asking. Yes, John Hudson. No, people are crying. Everyone wants to know where Rusty is. Rusty sends his apologies. He wouldn't fit in the suitcase. So I am here on his behalf. Yeah, this has been an amazing trip. The weather has been perfect on the flight in. We've been keeping busy when we were in Chile.
Who cares? I don't care about that. I don't care about your favorite color. What the hell is the sun doing? I want who, what, when, where, why, and how with the freaking sun. I didn't swear. I said freaking.
Shout out to Godzilla 37. You gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much indeed, Godzilla.
Why are we getting like their personal, ambiguous, nonsensical fluff stories? What's going on here?
That's all they have.
The trip in, the flight, the scenery was unbelievable. ALE.
Everything's unbelievable. ALE was just so exciting. They're an excellent company. I just want to shout them out. I want to thank my mom. What time is it? What's the temperature? Where's the sun? What's the elevation angles? That's what we want to hear. You clueless clown. Triangles.
Nicely said.
Have been beyond incredible with what they've done. They have basically literally moved heaven and earth to set us up here.
God,
We have
Dad,
cameras
with a
galore.
spoon. You freaking bozo. You and your million years and moving heavens to the earth. It's not doing anything. It's telling me you're a fraud. That's what it's telling. It's due 7 offsuit for me. I'm gonna be on you like white on rice, son. Clown, you are a retard, son. You got me. Triangles. Clown show. Hope we meet up.
Have a 360 camera that is recording a full 360-degree view time lapse. I have a camera set up on a tracking mount, which is currently tracking the sun with a solar filter on.
Now, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, now we'll get to it.
And that should hopefully go for the full 24 hours as well.
Hopefully? Why should it hopefully go? What does this have to do about hope? Why is hope in here? Huh? What?
Oh,
you must be a scientist.
Just want to say to everyone else as well who's come along for the trip, I was beyond fortunate for the fact that Will has paid for me to get out.
Gag me with a spoon. Shut your mouth.
Have they given it time yet?
Oh, God. Here we go. The Herman Munster blockhead. McBooger Eaters. He's on here. I just seen him. There he is. What do you got to say? What do you...
Well, pause.
Oh,
What? Is he on his summer holidays, McBugger? Why has he just got a T-shirt? I know he's changed his Batman one. Well done. A T-shirt and just a light jacket. No hat. He must have really, really thick gloves, if that's all else he's wearing.
Yeah, that's pretty funny, isn't it?
Okay, what time of year it is?
Yeah, it's
11:45 at night. It's daytime. It's totally daytime here. It's just incredible.
No way. Really? Is this what daytime looks like? I never knew that.
The camp here is something because
what the hell are you talking about the camp for? What color are the faucets handles?
for a place that a group of people says nobody can go to. There's like 70.
What group might that be? Who says that? That would be pertinent information. What group are you talking about? You want to identify them specifically for us, please? Or are you going to straw man what you imagine in that pea-sized piece of horse shit you got between your ears? Oh, sorry about that, I swear.
Staff just sitting around chilling, eating a meal together.
Oh my God.
Together. It's nothing for them. They're like, you would think that people can't go. Well, obviously we're
What? Huh? You would think that people can't go. Huh? What? You must be a scientist.
we're here. So that's amazing.
It's just amazing. I'm so amazed right now. The food, the faucets. I'm amazed.
I don't know.
That's the title of your autobiography. We went over that last night.
I'm going to do a live stream later. I'll have more to
Oh my God.
say then. So that's going to be at 2:00 local time here, because local solar midnight.
I've had enough of you already. Let's move on to the next one. I don't need you to explain something when you can't even tie your shoes. Piss me off. We better never meet. Tell you that much. Go to the next. Oh God, who's this? Are you guys still out there?
We're listening. We're all here. It was 50 degrees last night in Antarctica.
All right. Look at Jared.
And why is he bundled up now? One's bundled up. One's got his hoodie off, his ears showing.
Unbelievable. Anytime now.
Will Duffy for being a stand-up guy.
Oh, Will Duffy's a stand-up guy. That's what I wanted to know.
Wow, that's very telling.
So you're from California, so I guess you're a little bit coldy at 50 degrees.
At least in the way that he kept saying it was true. I kept saying it wasn't. He said, "Do you want to go? I'll take you."
Saying what was true. Kept saying what was true. Do you want to get a little bit specific for us?
Brought me here, and it's a fact. The sun does.
What's a fact? The sun does what?
Circle you in the south.
How do you know with the circle in you if you guys just got there and it's up in the sky? Huh? Has it already circled them?
No.
Anybody? No. Thank you. So, what are you sniffing glue again, Hanoi?
So, what does that mean? You guys are gonna have to figure that out yourself. Don't listen to my beliefs or my opinions.
What mean? What does what? The thing that you just made up? What does that mean? That means you just made it up. That's what I've come to.
Quick shout out to Flatten the Curve. Says, told my wife to just give me the pertinent information this morning, and she hasn't spoken to me since.
What's his name?
But at least you should be able to accept that the sun does exactly what these guys said as far as...
The sun does exactly what these guys said? Huh? What? What did they say? What does that even mean? You clown, you. What are you trying to put your finger in your eye? Friggin' bozo. We better never meet. Tell you that much, son.
Circles the southern continent. So
it circles the southern continent. The southern continent. What southern continent? He's still on the circle thing. My God.
That's about it. I realize
that's about it. Yeah.
Is it I'll be called a shill for
Is that a confession?
Adam, you got any of that Shilajit left?
That's it. It's gonna need it. Special mountain juice.
I can't believe he said that. Oh my God. You trying to throw us off the trail?
For just saying that. And you know what?
We're just saying what? And you know what? What?
If you're a shill for being honest, so be it.
Honest? I don't have anything to deal with your honesty. You're a moron, sir, at a fundamental level. I mean, you don't have any science acumen. I taught you personally for 2 hours. You still didn't get it. You're an actual moron, right? You don't know what geometry is. You know what you should do? Go back to your true vocation. Picking up cans alongside of the road.
He's just said.
Supervise.
He's just pointed out that he's being honest and said that the sun does, that's an action, what they say, that's globers, it will do down here. Okay. So, given that you've just arrived and you haven't been there for, what, more than a few hours, how can you possibly state that?
He can't. It's baloney.
Honestly, believe there was no 24-hour sun.
Anyone that tells me honestly more than twice, they're lying. Why would you have to say that? Food for thought.
Honestly, now believe there is. That's it.
That's 3 honestlies.
If you want to call me a shill, so be it.
You are a demonstrated retard, son. This is number 2 now. The first one was behind the curve. This is number 2. Okay? We knew back then that you were a retard. I don't know about that shill stuff and your favorite juice, Shilajit. Don't know about that. Don't really care. All I know is you're an abject retard. That's what I know. And I can demonstrate. And you're Hanoi, Jared. You'll turn your back. You've already done it. You've already sacrificed flat Earth. I do know that for a fact. As for a shill, what's it? Somebody define shill. What's a shill?
Look, he's confused. Look at him.
Shut up. What's a shill?
A misleader, a chiseler.
I need official definition.
Swindler.
What?
A swindler, he said.
I'm looking it up now.
He's a grifter. There's no doubt about that. So I need it. Am I going to have to go look it up?
No, I'm looking it up now. It says it right here. Shill, also known as here in Campanella.
All right. Let's go.
I'll live to see another day, and at least I know.
QA.
Go ahead.
Noun. An accomplice of a confidence trickster or swindler who poses as a genuine customer to entice or encourage others. So the point here would be to point out he's not the originator of the scam. He's part of the crowd that helps collude the crowd. Yeah, I'll read it again. An accomplice of a confidence trickster or swindler who poses as a genuine customer to entice or encourage others. And before I look that up, I probably would have said, no, you're not really a shill, Joe, and you're just like confused and not solid in your own position. Actually, with that definition,
he is one.
It didn't exonerate you, yeah.
He is one.
Exactly.
So he was a shill that long before TFE fiasco. You were a shill long before this, dude. So this has nothing to, this is not going to impact your shilliness one way or the other. That's what you are. It's funny that you identified it too. That's 2-7 offsuit. You are a shill. Thank you.
I got to see it, and I just want to say thanks to Will.
You got to see what? What did you see? We're going to get to that.
Through everything you've been.
Thanks to Will. Are you going to kiss Will now? Thanks for everything.
At least kind to me. And
I love the rim of your socks.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the trip. If you guys want to, my whole master plan worked for getting a free trip out here and to.
Huh?
But no, it's amazing. I can't even tell you. Flying in was the best thing I've ever seen. So
it's amazing. It's the best thing you ever seen. Now we're going to go with platitudes. You know, for the people that you brought here, what about ALE? What about the telescope tripods? What about those?
Oh, looking around, best thing I've ever seen. So
looking around is the best thing you ever seen. Thanks. I love your attention to detail. I'm overwhelmed. You know what you should do? Go ahead.
Isn't it mostly snow? I mean, I'm looking around. I'm seeing snow. I'm not seeing a lot of other stuff. I see a snow, a McToon. Yeah. It's mostly snow.
No, ice. Yeah. It's just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Snow.
Yeah, really? How could I give him a hard time for bringing me down here? $35,000 trip. It's been incredible.
Yeah, to shill your way with your $35,000 trip. It's been incredible. Thank you.
Incredible. It will continue to be incredible.
It'll continue to be incredible. How do you know? Is that a prediction?
$35,000. Was it not 15?
He said 35, didn't he? Let's go back.
That is it. That's a change in. So when we first looked this up, when it was first announced, they were the online prices quoted that I just pulled off the website. And then we went to it, we read them out. It's notable since that you can go to them now, and it's the price almost matches this year what Pastor Will was saying. I don't know. Like I said, there's that discrepancy. We went there live, did it on the show, and it was the 12:30 and whatever it was. Yeah, which is why one of the initial accusations. But if you go there now, it is the 30 odd.
Let's get the actual price.
Flying in was the best thing I've ever seen. So, looking around, best thing I've ever seen. So,
pause. I'm not attacking Jaron now.
I am.
I'm asking for clarity. I said to you, like, I'm guessing when you were flying in, it was snow that you were seeing. Is there something else that made it the best thing? Because seeing snow ain't that. I mean, we all love a bit of snow. You think, oh, igloo building, yeah. But in terms of vistas, views, just a wide expanse, is that the best? Why was it the best?
Do a little igloo building. Is that what you said?
130 people
This
watching right
stinks.
now. That's amazing.
This stinks.
Let me go back. All right, here we go.
But no, it's amazing. I can't even tell you. Flying in was the.
I thought you couldn't tell us.
Where's the budget?
Best thing I've ever seen.
Can I not just see the sun for a minute? Because that's why we went that way. Not to see.
Yeah, this is daylight. Where's the sun?
I just
Shut up.
Why wouldn't that be your back? Right. So even if, whether I was ball or flat, as the videographer here, Nathan, wouldn't you make sure that the thing in the background will be the thing everyone's gone to see or not see?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if they got washed out, I would have the sun in the background.
Yep.
So
It would help.
looking around, best
Jerem's tears, wouldn't it? Just that clear.
thing I've ever seen. So how could I give him a hard time for bringing me down here? $35,000 trip.
Down here.
35.
Down here. Did you say?
Yeah, he said down there. Yep.
So
No.
just a chill then. Just buying their antipodal assumption. So you're on the bottom of a ball down there, are you, Antarctica boy? No, you're not. It's not antipodal.
It's been incredible. It will continue to be incredible. We
already went over that.
Got some tracking mounts swinging around, seeing the sun.
Got tracking mounts swinging around, do you?
What does it mean? You have to figure it out.
What does it mean? We'll have to figure it out.
You haven't seen it yet.
Exactly, Nathan.
Why is he being so defeatist? It's all right, all well and good for me, say, miles away from being defeatist. I'd say, yeah, I'll accept it based on what they've seen already. Seems reasonable. But you'd want to actually conclusively demonstrate it before you made anything, any statements.
His countenance is definitely dropped.
To me, it means that the AE map no longer works. But
It's only been 10 years since we tracked the sun. Jaron was there, by the way, when we tracked the sun live on a flat Earth. Jaron was there.
Give him a J. Give me a J.
You want a J?
I've earned a J, and this is a free J, because this is, you know what? I'm going to agree with you, Jaron.
There's your J. I can't believe you just said that. What? Is he that retarded? He's either that retarded or he's a stone cold liar.
No, that's legal mitigation in my book. That statement is no indictment on him. That's why I laughed and gawked. Yeah, it's a bit like when you remember when Will was getting Brian on board and he said, well, I'll talk to you, I'll watch your video if you accept the false dichotomy. Well, that is the false dichotomy. What? And we said to him, just say yes to him, Brian. Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
I do agree that if I see the 24-hour sun in Antarctica, the AE map is debunked, right? Which is what Jaron's just said. Very clever, because there's no indictment there in my book. Yeah. Now, who is mugging off? I don't know, but I'm awake enough to hear that isn't an admission. Yeah, it's actually, if you listen to it, something we've known for 10 years.
So the debunked
we point out every day.
Let me get this straight. So the debunked AE map is debunked, is what he just said.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah. But that's Pastor Will's rhetoric.
That's not Pastor Will.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's the rhetoric that he asked Brian to repeat. Yes, if I go here, then the AE map will be debunked. It's very interesting that the rhetoric that Brian was asked to ascribe to for future engagement is the admission that Jaron gives. Given that, me, you, Nathan, Neil, laugh at that statement, knowing that it's not actually an admission of defeat from a flat earther. It's something we've been saying for the past.
Then why would he say it?
Yeah. or that the AE map is debunked. Yeah, the AE map that we don't ascribe to and has to be debunked because it's derived from a ball, something we oppose. Yes, yeah. Any flat earther would make that statement.
Yeah, but why would he make it's a contradictory statement?
It was a request of Will Duffy. Is that what this is? This is your ticket paid for. Come online and go, this debunks the AE map. Something that we've got no problem with, because AE map's a global projection. We're not interested in debunking a global projection. Yeah.
But it was already debunked. And it's a global projection, so that's 2 strikes against it. It was already debunked. Nathan just said that he was with them.
That's what Jaron's just given Will. That's his apology, almost his apologetics, isn't it? Give it a J and let's listen to it.
Quick call to action.
Debunked.
Yeah, we'll get a J, but we'll just do a quick call to action. So there's 140 people watching. Woohoo! Please share the show if you have not done so already. There's just 2 clicks between you and sticking it on your favourite social media platform. That'd be Bebo or MySpace or whatever it is that you currently use. So please smash the share button if you've not done so already. As there's more live viewers than we typically have. We normally have about 100, so 40 people more than typical. Subscribe if you've not done so already. And smash the super chat if you'd like to support this channel. There's also PayPal links and all the rest of that good stuff in the info box below the video. If you're watching after the fact, please smash the thanks button. That's it. I'm done.
Yeah. Well, thanks for that.
You're crazy.
Shut up, Neil.
Shut up, Neil.
I'm 18 minutes past. I'm missing football. But red zone is 18 minutes in, and I'm doing this. You better be doing something out there, because this is sacrifice.
For bringing me down here, $35,000 trip. It's been incredible. It will continue to be incredible. We've got some tracking mounts swinging around, seeing the sun. What does it mean? You have to figure it out. To me, it means that the AE map no longer works. But
he said, so that meant it worked at some point about 10 years ago when you were with Nathan. Was it working then?
No, that's what we showed. It didn't work. Didn't match the sun.
It's a non-apology for anybody that's been around this long. Yeah, if I made that, my tongue is so firmly placed in my cheek as I say it, and I give Jaron credit enough to know that that's a non-apology when I hear it. Yeah?
In other news,
say it?
Well,
very exciting stuff. Sorry, just news just in. News, very exciting. Phlogiston, nothing to do with burning.
But yeah, so exactly, isn't it? Yeah, I will concede. Yeah, that phlogiston is incorrect. Yeah? So it's a non-consequent statement. More important.
You said that before. I don't want to hear your take on it anymore, Adam. I want to hear Nathan's take.
Okay, good.
Very subtle.
Yeah, it is. That's one of my character traits. What's your take on this?
Me?
Yeah.
Earth's measured flat regardless. We've said the same thing. Nothing changes in our rhetoric, does it? Nothing. Literally nothing changes.
I just wanted you to say it again. He knows that the AE map was bunk, okay? What did he just say? That it no longer works? But it no longer worked 10 years ago, according to him. What's going on here?
I'm gonna reread the definition of the word shill. And like that, I'm also going to reiterate the point of being that Brian was asked to proceed with this guy. Yeah, shill. An accomplice of a confidence trickster or swindler who possesses a genuine customer to entice or encourage others. What Brian was being asked to become, a shill, to ascribe to this rhetoric. That if we go to the Antarctica and see a 24-hour sun, the AE map is disproven. This is shillery. This is confidence trickery, yeah? Because truthfully, what's being proven, we would agree with, yeah? The AE map is a load of bunkum. Now, we wouldn't disprove it by that nonsense, but actually with that, you can only agree with it. Has that got anything to do with flat Earth? No. But you've now got prominent flat earthers cooking for their £35,000 flight and apologising and making an admission that he could have made before he left, that the AE map is a load of cockamamie and we disavow it. Yeah, we do. It's a globe projection.
People are asking for a refund from Dave's map.
Oh, what, Dave's AE map that Jaren's just said didn't work, even though lots of people, including ourselves, were telling him that for years and years and years, and saying, why are you using that when we know it doesn't work?
They want a refund.
Well, Jaren and Dave Weiss are in cahoots, as far as I'm concerned. They both promote the same things, don't they? Well, Dave Weiss has been punting this app to you for $5, and it's bullshit. Just a scam.
That is what Jones just said, though. Yeah, he's just shot his mate's app in the foot. It's wrong. The app that Flat Earth Dave, Big Ball Dave, yeah, Big Club Dave, has all been pimping to you, Flat Earthers. I admit that this ball projection map that he's been pimping to all you Flat Earthers is now incorrect. See where we are, guys? Because you all got on board with Big Ball Dave's ball projection map to represent us Flat Earthers. Now another one of his mates is now online with all the ballers admitting the Big Ball Dave's AE projection Flat Earth map is nonsense.
That's lovely, and it's Big Globe Dave. Get the names right. So okay, let's move on.
Alliteration. I'm sorry, Big BG Dave.
That doesn't mean that I'm right. It means that it could work. You'll have to figure out how.
It could work. What could work? We'll have to figure out how. What? The AE map to work? What are you talking about?
Because I've tried and I struggle with it. I
You struggle with what?
The other thing is a 24-hour moon. If that
Oh, the 24-hour moon. What about that?
happens, you got another thing we got to worry about. So
we have another thing that we have to worry about. Really? Why? What the hell are you talking about, Jaren? My God, he's a retard. That's the final answer.
It seems like the moon does circle here.
It seems like the moon does circle here. You've been hanging around with McBooger Eater a little bit too much. That's just plain stupid, son.
As well. So you start
thinking
about that as well.
Two as wells. Okay. Let's start thinking about it.
Doesn't mean that AE map is over, Flat Earth is over.
It doesn't mean the AE map is over. You just said it was debunked.
Stop. Let me
he said Flat Earth is over too.
If anybody's still subscribed to Jared, why? In the same breath, he's told you, yeah, this basically means this map doesn't work, it's wrong. But it doesn't mean it's wrong. It doesn't mean it's over for the map. What the bloody hell is he doing?
He doesn't know. There's nothing in here, dude. There's nothing inside here. Nothing. He's like Whitson. He contradicts himself within the same breath. What the hell is going on here? You tell me. I don't know.
It looks like they took his toy away, like when you take a kid's toy away. Look at his face.
I'm not concerned about that, Neil. That's superficial crap. I only do that with McBooger Eater. I'm concerned with what he just said. I don't know. Pretender clown flat earthers. Get ready to bend over.
Maybe somebody's got the answer. I don't have that answer.
I got the answer. You're a clown. You're retarded and a shill and a grifter. Those are all demonstrated. And you just contradicted yourself, but you're unaware of it. You know why? Because you're too stupid to realize it. My word.
Right now. So just want to say thanks again.
Oh, thanks again. You're welcome. Get your dumb ass out of here.
Appreciate it. Thanks, bro. Yep.
Shake his hand.
To you. Wait, didn't you kick them out anyway a long time ago?
I did. They didn't leave though.
So what next, Jaron? You gonna have a word with Dave? Tell him he's basically been conning people with the map that we all objected to for ages. What are you gonna do? You gonna tell Dave to take that shit down? Stop conning people now? What about you in the audience? What are you gonna do? Just keep that app on your phone because you paid for it, even though it's obviously wrong? Is that what you're going to do in the audience? Keep your app? Because, well, we might get the AIM app to work. Jaron said it doesn't, but he also said it might work. We might figure it out. So what do we do now? You're going to keep Dave's app? The con man, liar, grifter that's scammed you out of a few quid to sell you a map that definitely don't work, that he didn't verify in any way, shape or form? Just con the money out of you anyway. In the face of the people who knew better, us. Telling him. What did we get for telling him, by the way? Were we called scammers and grifters? No, Dave Weiss is a scammer. He doesn't even know it's flat. Yet he's selling you a flat earth broken model that's been debunked officially now by his own mate. These people are grifters, they're con men. Dave Weiss is a con man. Jaron's a con man. You're about to hear from Witsit. Do we need to mention what a massive grifter, scumbag, liar Witsit is? I'm pretty sure we've conclusively demonstrated that over and over again. These people are all con men. If you've put your faith in these people, more fool you.
Damn.
So Jaron has been so amazing to have.
I'm sure. He's just so amazing
with us. He is.
Can we get a couple more amazing contradictions from him?
So fun in person. So
I bet he is. We better never meet. I'll tell you that much.
I'm really glad we had the opportunity to be together on this trip. So
I'm sure you were together on this trip. Did he spoon?
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh. All right, who's up? Lise. All right, Lisbeth is up next.
Lisbeth. What you got, girl? Up commercials.
People keep sending me information about Will and his dodgy dealings in business. I mean, I'm grateful, but it isn't really that relevant. No offense. I mean, I get that they all attack us personally, but the fact that Will seemingly has conned a load of people out of their pensions by suggesting investments that were completely incorrect has no real relevance on whether or not we see a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, whether or not the azimuthal equidistant projection of a globe is a flat Earth map. These things aren't relevant. Thank you to the people who keep sending me the information, though, about Will being a con man.
Nicely done.
I'd agree with that. I don't think it's relevant that he's got standing charges against him of him being demonstrated as a con man.
You're gonna layer this on some more.
No, I'm agreeing with Nathan that yeah, and we do thank people for noticing out there that the pastor Will Duffy has got basically fraud allegations against him.
Exactly.
We appreciate that. We're aware of it, but we don't think it's relevant whether or not we'll see the sun or not, as to whether the pastor Will Duffy has got outstanding fraud charges against him. Has outstanding fraud charges. He does. We all know that.
Right. And we should just pass it on to the people who've already written numerous articles about Will Duffy. And I'll just, read out one of the articles from Clay Matonskis, I think it's called. It says, speak to an attorney about your losses with broker Will Duffy. If you suffered losses with broker William Duffy or have concerns regarding your investment portfolio at WD Health Strategies, Duffy Financial, Emerson Equity, and or Innovation Partners, contact Clayman Toskins at 888-997-9956 or fill out the free form for free and confidential consultation to discuss your recovery options. That's recovering the money that Will lost a load of people. The people he fucked over royally and has now got a load of lawyers trying to recover the losses that he caused people. But you can contact that number if you were fucked over royally by Will and he lost you a load of your money. You can do that. You can just contact those lawyers if you need to.
Does anyone else agree with Nathan before we continue?
I agree 100%. No swearing.
Nobody else? Okay.
Hey guys, it's Lee.
Hey guys, hey, yeah, hey, how are you?
It's really bright standing right here.
It's bright. It's bright. It's certainly bright now. Hasn't been bright all day. What she got? She got 100-mile-an-hour tape strapped to her arm.
I was going to ask the same question. That was my first thing. Other than don't complain, the idiot photographer has decided that the best position is for you to look directly at the sun. The reason we've gone there to look at and ignore, to make sure it's completely behind him, out of shot.
Exactly. What's this? What was this whole thing? A 24-hour sun, correct? Can I have at least one shot of it?
No, it's not really there. It's green. I keep telling you guys. It's not really there.
Does she have a ring on her middle finger over a glove? What?
It's actually the ring of power. She's Gollum.
She's Gollum.
Just women in it.
But we're here
She's
in
thought the
Antarctica.
outfit through.
Like Will said, we are in an off-site camp of Union Glacier. They have been heavily accommodating, even from the point that we were in Punta Arenas. Shout
out what?
I'd expect my balls nuts. I'd expect my nuts fondled for 45 grand.
No.
What's going on here? What is this, like thank you letters and stuff? What?
It looked like they were put up in sheltered housing.
The problem is,
Frankly,
right, Will Duffy has a PR issue, right, a public relations issue. So what he needs is a load of people to come along and tell an audience how wonderful Will Duffy is, and that will hopefully mask the investigations and legal endeavours that people are struggling to get the money back that Will lost. So this makes him look a bit better.
Does it?
In Will's mind.
Why are these people? Why am I only getting this much? What? Step belly up to the damn camera so we can see you.
Who can see the sun now? Oh, it's gone.
Oh, you seen the sun reflection in her glasses? Okay, fair enough.
liaisons that were there, helping us out through everything, being able to answer questions.
So you had liaisons there, and you were able to answer questions. Anything else?
150 people watching. Please share the show if you've not done so already. Smash that share button.
What color was Will's socks?
Green.
Yesterday.
Green.
Questions. I am the only Spanish speaker on the trip, so
that's important.
So it's been a pleasure.
Did somebody say hola?
It's Dora the Explorer.
I was thinking the same thing.
I heard somebody in the background say hola.
That was Nathan.
You wisecrackers, you.
Actually being able to translate for everybody and
translate.
Muy bien. Yeah. Did you not know? Penguins speak Spanish.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Most of them.
Apparently, they're sunbathing at midnight, Adam.
There's a couple of them that have held on to the indigenous Indian penguin language, but most of them speak Spanish.
They're rebellious.
Yeah.
Having those lost in translation moments. And I think aside from just like the beautiful views, like this is
beautiful.
Yeah, what are you looking at, love? Looks pretty desolate and empty to me.
You see what I mean? Why does everybody get off on snow all of a sudden? What's going on?
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Looks like a freaking sheet of paper, Neil. It's boring.
This is absolutely breathtaking. Like it really is.
This is breathtaking?
Yeah. It's fucking freezing, mate. You can't breathe.
No swearing. Only I can do that.
Nothing else like it. If there was ever any
Yeah, there's something else like it. I've been in places like this. Interesting.
Any doubt, not that I ever have, but if there was any doubt about a creator, I mean, this would put it to rest.
Why are we talking about the creator? Huh?
Because the creator likes snow, right? If ever there was a doubt, no, given the knowledge that the creator likes snow, look at all this snow. Got to be a creator.
Shout out to Unitox Femi for hitting the super chat. He says, "Is the sun in opposite position of the camera?" Yes, Unitox Femu. Surprisingly, given that's the entire purpose of the trip, Will has opted to put the camera in the face of the people talking rather than on camera. Yes, that's correct.
I don't mind talking about the creator, but do you transition much?
QE, I'm going to go to globeterminator.com. Proof of the creator. Scrolling down. Don't see a little bullet point called entitled snow. Quantity of snow. Proof of the creator. No. I've got no problem with that. The majesty of nature is fantastic. Yeah, that I'm being mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yes.
But it doesn't demonstrate the creator.
Earlier in this show, literally, we were talking about inability to square the circle of how the stars behave in a very unnatural, if you will, way compared to terrestrial observations of anything ever. The stars and the sun and the moon, they don't behave in the same way as typically would be expected of anything we normally encounter physically. And as a result, we ascribe the stars the title of having the majesty of the heavens, right? That's something you can ascribe to the creator, because how else can you possibly explain something that doesn't behave in a way that comports with the reality that we experience in a physical, tangible way? You can't. So therefore, and I wouldn't necessarily do this on the fly in her scenario, if we chose to recognize the glory of the creator, that could be an example of that. But what's this non sequitur? You're in a snowy environment with nothing to look at, and apparently this is proof of the creator? Why?
Maybe she said crater.
Crater, as in a big depression?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
There's no way that we're not in a created place. I don't care what anybody says. Say it in the comments. I won't read them anyway.
Say it in the comments, but you won't read them anyway. That's huh? What?
Got a few people in the chat seeking a bit of cope. Somebody in the chat saying, where was it? I keep losing these comments when I want to read them out. Somebody alluding to the idea that it's fake and filmed in advance in Australia. No, I don't think so.
I think irrelevant. Yeah. And a little bit butthurty. Just accept it for what it is. Yeah. We say, what does it mean? Tell me what it means. Look at these guys. They're respectfully, they've obviously got to pay for the ticket and they've got to make a comment, and they're blown away by the majesty of the nature that's outlaid in front of them, and that's it. But none of the flat earthers are going, oh no. Well, maybe without Jaron. Well, Jaron's probably more upset that he's what he said. I've got to lose the AE map that he should have lost many a moon ago. Whether that's a 24-hour moon in Antarctica or not. Yeah. But that's there's nothing here. The saddest thing we can do is be butthurt and go, ooh, it's definitely fake, like Awake Souls is doing. Yeah. Always a bit. Now, that's not to say these guys aren't nefarious, but I wouldn't invoke that they're on the beach in Brisbane. Yeah, they can't be, because look, the scales way different, don't they? So they're definitely there.
But yeah, no, thanks to Will, obviously, as you guys know, I'm the golden ticket winner. It was a bumpy ride.
Hey, excuse me, I'm playing the video.
Goat's got a good point. If a kangaroo goes round the back of Elise there, yeah, then maybe there's a point.
Not Elise. Lease, not Elise. Lease.
In the beginning, but he really pulled through, and in between all of this, I've been able to grow a beautiful friendship with Austin and with Jaron. And
that's good.
No liars and scammers.
Oh, that's not. Isn't that nice?
Sad.
No, Neil, it's nice. There's nothing bad about friendship. That's lovely. Don't give a shit. Move on, Doc. Come on.
And even with the globe side, like, it's been awesome. Dave's been teaching me more about the optics and the camera.
What?
Critical think's been really cool.
It's been really cool.
So you teach you how to measure?
The fly has been really cool.
Even Tune, and him and I, as you know.
It's the third person. I wouldn't have commented. The first guy, I think he was the organizer, was like basically saying, yeah, Toon's difficult, but after a while he's kind of all right. And this girl said, even Toon. It's like, obviously everybody finds this Michael guy really objectionable to the point where, yeah, even Toon. You're like, well, that's very complimentary of McToon. Yeah, we know he seems generally.
Oh, had some beef, but
he seems objectionable. Yes.
But you know, we were able to put it to rest because I think
you were able to put what to rest. That he's a booger eating schmuck.
It hyper-specific individuals. These lot.
Yeah.
I think what matters the most is putting our egos aside. I've seen a.
Why are we talking about egos?
No idea. She didn't clarify what it was. It has been put to rest. So now it has been put to rest. We can put our egos to one side also, apparently.
Nope. Our egos were in front before we put it to rest.
What's it? What is it?
What matters the most?
Cousin in the Addams family.
Good hair.
A lot of vitriol, a lot of crashing out on both sides, and it's just like
crashing out. Vitriol and crashing. What?
I think she got rohypnoled.
like, are we here for truth or are we here to hold on to a narrative?
Are we here for truth?
Ah, she's speaking to the true earthers.
Oh. Can you define truth? I don't think I've ever thought, I've been to a lot of places in my life and I never arrived somewhere and I said, well, I'm here for truth.
Hey.
I don't think that once ever crossed my mind.
In all of that, that's a good point, true earthers. Do you think that, that thing that they've took millions and millions of measurements with that demonstrates the rotation of the ether? Do you think they took that there?
Hold it. Somebody saying she said that her and Toon had beef on this trip. Thank you, Stephen, for letting us know from the chat. Yeah, shocking.
It's in Argentina. You're going to have beef in Argentina.
As in they'd had a row, argued. Like Toon has argued
have
with
a beef with a woman.
He's seemingly rubbed at least 2 or 3 people up the wrong way. Not that it matters particularly.
That's McToon.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no surprise then that he's pissed people off when you imagine. Basically, what was it? You were shocked that actually, if you met McToon in real life, he pisses you off as much in real life as he does online. Yeah, I don't think that'd be a shock to me. Judgment.
She could be a good woman. Then again, she could be the Antichrist.
Into ego. Now, with all that being said, that's not saying like a 24-hour sun proves a globe model. There's still definitely
proves a globe model? What the hell are you talking about?
She doesn't know how to debunk it. It doesn't mean to say that a 24-hour sun proves a globe model. In your statement, you've made the antipodal assumption that is required fallaciously to assert this does. So that means you don't know how to debunk it.
Why would it debunk something that doesn't exist anyway? Why would it have any impact? Something in reality versus a globe model.
Because Will Duffy. Let me answer. Because Will Duffy contractually obliged her to say that in the event of certain circumstances.
Isn't it a complete category error?
Yes.
To look at something in reality and then say how it affects anything within somebody's imagination?
Yes, complete category error.
That's love. You have some issues.
Things that are in question, like the lack of sphericity of the Earth and so many other things. But hey, we're here. We're working together, and I think the most important.
Or working what?
Lack of sphericity means she pays attention to the rest of the crap arguments out there, like see too far. See too far equals lack of sphericity in her vernacular. Adam, just to answer you. Somebody asked me on the show, in politics, how I would measure the lack of drop.
boy.
I said, that's a stupid question. How am I supposed to measure the lack of something? How many apples am I lacking? Give me it in decimal.
See, why are they there? Why are they there with like faces like a cow's slapped arse?
Because it's beautiful and the majesty of the Lord himself has been revealed to them. That's why they've all got faces like slapped arses, Adam, obviously.
Well, no, they're there because they went and they didn't articulate that it was a false dichotomy. And they're now in the situation that they've got to cook. See, if it was me, right, if I was there, I'm running round the back going, woohoo! I've got a piece of paper in my hand. I'm running up to the screen going, look, 30-1. Chinook son, baby! Oh, high five, Will! Woohoo! Quintin, yeah? Now deal with that, Will. Because what have you proven? Muppets. These guys staked something. Yeah? They were put in a position and they were sadly induced, weren't they, to compromise their own standards, to agree what was put to Brian, which he wouldn't agree, which was it will destroy the azimuth for equidistant projection. Now,
Some of I'd do if I were there. I just thought, what would I actually do if I'd gone? I'd run around naked. That's what I'd do. I'm just saying, that's what I'd do. That's generally what I'd do in a new place. I'm going to run around naked.
Don't judge me, it's really cold. Woohoo!
You'd have Nicktoon chasing you.
I wouldn't do it for anybody else's, viewing pleasure. It'd be for my own pleasure.
Yeah, but Nicktoon would love you. Love you a long time.
Art is just this human experience altogether. So I give
the human experience. Well, this has some deeper philosophical meaning. You waxing philosophical on us.
big shout out to just like everybody here. The guys have been
big shout out to just everyone here. What?
Super awesome.
Just super, not only awesome, it's super awesome.
And yeah, shout out to ALE and,
another shout out to ALE.
Oh, shout out to God's creation.
Shout out to God's creation. Let's see if they shout you out back. What in the world is going on here?
We're looking for shout outs.
For allowing us to be here and experience this.
So God's creation allows you to be here for this experience.
Back at you, camel toe.
What?
Harsh. Technically, that is correct. It's just cockwaffle and not relevant to what's going off.
Now, that statement, do you want to write that down and then say it to yourself? Here, let's do it again.
Yeah, let's do it.
Write this down.
Shout out to ALE and, shout out to God's creation.
Shout out to God's creation. Write that down, Adam.
I ain't got a pen, but shout out to God's creation.
For allowing us to be here and experience.
To allow us to be here to experience
this. Love you all.
Experience this. She gives us a mwah. Love you all. I want you to write that down. I want you to send it to me.
Why?
I'm going to send it to a mental health professional.
Okay. That's perfectly reasonable.
That made no damn sense. How did God's creation allow her to be there?
Doesn't matter. Shout out to him.
This is what I said. Technically true. If God hadn't created all of this, then she wouldn't be able to go there and be confused.
No, not God. Shout out to God's creation. You have the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
You little scrote. I was going to let that slide. That's hard.
You know better than to pull that shit with me, Adam.
Okay. All right, which bit? Is it the Shillogy bit of God's creation that she's shouting out?
Yeah. The vulvic acid. Well, she's been skimming out there quick, didn't she? Let's go back.
Is that Eli?
Is this the walk of shame? Well, that's going off. Yeah.
Somebody was trying to get a word in. Guys, QE and Adams. Was someone trying to get a word in? I just swore I heard Eli. Maybe not.
I
there you
don't
go.
think so.
It's Sasha.
No, he's
Sasha,
not in here.
hold on,
Is he in?
hold on, just 1 sec, Adam. Did you want to add something, Sasha? Go ahead.
Yeah, I forget it now. Leave it. Fuck it.
No swearing.
Oh, that sounds like you lie.
Sorry.
All right, watch how fast she boots Scoot out of screen. Watch this.
And for allowing us to be here and experience this. Love you all.
Oh.
She run it?
She accelerated.
That's what I was asking. Just pause. What is this? Is this, when John Cena had to go on stage at the Grammys with his balls out as he's part of his public humiliation for the acceptance? Is this what is going off here? Right. What was their point of this? Not one of them has addressed the sun. They've all just come out with other issues. What is this? This is really weird.
They can't make a conclusion yet. They can infer that it's all over, but for the crying, because they've arrived in the middle of the night, and the sun's up. So therefore, what's to say? There's the sun. It's 3 a.m.
Adam, this is the best two shows that yesterday and this one in the last 6 years, and you are asking what is this? Keep going, man. This is, I don't know. I want part 3, part 4. This is so good.
This is stage 5 Klinger puke worthy. It's not. It's just a facade. It's like, what? Huh? What the hell's going on here? Is this a carnival tent? What?
It's very revealing.
Show.
I'm assuming we're going to get Witsit in a minute. Come on, son.
Is Witsit coming?
This is the walk
I think
of shame.
Witsit's next. Witsit's after this. I think he's introducing Witsit now.
Okay.
Awesome. So yeah, Lisa's been great. She's right.
Lisa's been great, of course. Obviously,
we're really bonding out here. There's just
bonding. What type of bonds?
Magic when you get people together.
What type of bonds?
Magical bonds
with them.
He got rumpus, Adam.
Magical bond.
You're not Adam.
I think it'd be the sort of bond that Pastor Will Duffy's wife would have been fearful of, which is what he voiced to us all, that when he picked, what's her name, Lisbeth, she was first picked. That's the reality. What?
This is going down a trail that I didn't want to go. I'm sorry I asked. Here we go.
In person, face to face, get to really have meaningful conversations, look each other in the eye.
What do you want, Adam? Go on mute.
Because the criteria for selection weren't to have meaningful. It was to have a flat earther to go and validate this stuff.
You said they're going to look each other in the eye while they're both wearing reflective shades.
Yeah.
Look us right in the eye and tell me I love you.
Shut up, Neil.
Guys, it's just great. So we just hit over 4,000 people.
That seems like the most important thing. Focus. Can we see that damn sun or what?
Watching live. And with that, I'll turn it over to Austin Witsit, who...
Mr. Ping Pong Golf Balls. Ping Pong Golf Balls.
It should be interesting.
Right. Is he going to lie again? Let's see.
You all know, runs the channel Witsit Gets It.
What's up?
What's up? The sky? And your lion sorattery?
Nothing on a globe. Can't have up.
They're holding guns on the other side of this camera.
Oh, they are. That's pretty funny.
This is all a stage.
Really? Interesting.
No.
No.
What's
so you
going on? What? You interrupted there, and I'm lost now. Can I have a J? That was weird. So can I just get a J?
No, it's not that weird. I want to brush this off. Right. Given the circumstances, he's suggesting that in order for him to say this is occurring, he'd have to be held at gunpoint. It's just a joke. Let's not labour this.
Fine. That's what I was trying to recognise. I know that's a joke. If you're a little bit more savvy, you would ask why. Would you make that joke, Nathan?
Yes, probably.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would you make that joke?
To make people like me, to be funny.
You wouldn't need to. You're not that ginger.
I would do it,
up?
but I would also be naked.
Yeah, you would.
Actually, they're holding guns on the other side of this camera. This is all a stage. No, yeah. So I mean,
No, yeah. Starting off good.
I was one of the people that said,
Pause. That means I feel like I've been compromised. He's in the,
yeah.
That's really genuinely right. As a confident person in yourself, if you've got, that's really weird. This is your moment for humanity, and that's how you come in. I'm going to pretend it's an Al Qaeda video.
An Al Qaeda. Oh, Adam. Sometimes some of the things you say are absolutely priceless.
Let's see if he redeems himself. Like you said, this is his moment. Let's hear it. Let's see what it's got to say.
All right. Okay, I'll let it go.
Yeah. So I mean, I was one of the people that said I definitely didn't think that there was a 24-hour sun. We obviously haven't actually seen the sun for 24 hours, but.
Oh, you just contradicted. He just contradicted Jaron.
No. Again, because we've dissected it already, I can just do this quickly. Right. Okay. Yes, I appreciate that. Like me, I kind of made up my mind that if they arrive and the sun's up, I'll kind of semi-concede. Maybe have a bit of fun with it, which I did. I started pretending the sun didn't exist. Things like that. Right. That's why I'm agreeing or disagreeing with Adam, if you will, when I say, yeah, I probably would have a little joke about it in defeat. Right? But in terms of Whitsit's demeanour and his bullshittery, this is his moment. I want to see. I really want him to do well, like always. But I doubt it.
Okay. So let me put it this way then. If I'd have forgotten to taken my bookie slip where I had my Chinook son bet on, and I went there as an independent person, which is what he should have been doing, I'd still have been stepping up going, wow, fellow flat earthers, there's a sun over there. Let me just show you, because like this idiot won't, but there's a sun over there. I don't know what it means, but as we've always said all along, from the first critique we ever had with Eratosthenes, what the sun does has got nothing to do with the nature of what we're standing upon, but come and look at this majesty, They all seem apologetic, scared, coward, like they've got something to apologize for. You don't need to unless you went there and say with the bet slip.
Sure, but what I'm saying is he's resigned himself to being wrong and disclaimed that he hasn't actually gone through the full duration of the 24 hours and seen it the entire time yet. So again, credit where credit's due. I'm glad he said it because I'm saying it to the audience. Obviously, we're on the outside. We're not there to give true clarity, but we're saying, no, based on what we understand thus far, they are yet to observe the 24-hour sun, end quote. That is what they're there to see. And he's just making it clear. As yet, we haven't actually seen that yet, but I'm pretty resigned to the fact that I think it will definitely happen given the time we arrived and things like that. And now I'm expanding on his behalf. But so far, so good. Nothing wrong with what's happened so far. Even that I'm being held by Al-Qaeda at gunpoint, therefore I've got to, no, just joking, I'm just here and the sun's up. Isn't really what he said, but that's what he's doing. I've got no issues so far, surprisingly.
Jesus. I think I like Adam's take a little bit more. Adam seems to be in tune with this. That it was so articulate and so lucid. Maybe we should have treatments in the morning.
Anyway, moving on.
I need an all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet to get this lucid.
Let's just get to where it does get egregious. It's going to quickly. It twits it.
Have you already watched this?
No. What I did was I scanned through the first 20, 25 minutes till I found something that I thought was juicy. So, like I say, what I picked out was the guy leveling his scales. Now, you guys spent approximately 1/10 of half a second covering that, and spent about 10 years on the green screen that covered the presumably backlit by a little blue bulb scales, which
wasn't 10 years. 160 watching. Woo-hoo!
Well, I just thought that was a little sus. I mean,
let's not go over it again.
Breathe, jab me in the eye with a fork. I just thought it was sus because it was weird. I'm not a conspiratard or anything. I just thought it was strange.
And I thought you'd need a flat Earth for gravity, down, perpendicular, weighing stuff. But I mean, we think things that are definitely true, and often green screens take precedent. It's just the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, it does, because we already put that. That's already been bygone since 2016. Why should I deal with that?
Because proving flat Earth is kind of a priority for me, given I make a living from it. So when someone refers to a prerequisite flat Earth need when leveling a tool, I'm going to say you need a flat Earth for that. Now, I get it. We've already done it. We know that. But I do have an audience, and it is nice to point it out.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But it is doing what they said it would do.
So the sun is doing what they said it would do?
Oh, it did the same immediately after I said it would get egregious. It does. So he did the same bloody thing Jaren does. You disclaim that you haven't seen what it's going to do because it's future tense, and then agree that it's doing what they said. You haven't seen it yet.
Can I ask you a question?
No, we need a J.
No, we got Lucid.
The whole thing.
We got Lucid Adam. Shut the hell up, Neil. Lucid Adam has something to say.
So part of the reading I did was what we're being presented with right now is on the website. This is called the midnight sun, which is, I think, what they're experiencing. What Nathan's alluding to is a 24-hour sun. Something I couldn't see on the website, wasn't sold but the midnight sun is. Okay. The issue I've had all along is I don't know how long they've been there, but they've now been told the local time is midnight. Do you understand? That's a very different thing to being able to validate over a day or so that this is midnight. If I've got on a plane and flew to New York, I can only conclude that it is actually 8 o'clock here. Yeah, it's a bit. Now, if I flew somewhere and I didn't know where it was, and I weren't, how would I know what time it was? Now, the reason I know it's 8 o'clock in New York is because everybody else has got their watch set to 8. Doesn't mean it is, as we talked about some of this stuff with Brian and Time Bandits. That doesn't have to be sun time. Yeah, that can be a political designation. That could be the same thing here. Now, and this is just to bring it back to what Nathan said. At the moment, we've got a full tick on the brochure, midnight sun, as described, right? But people are making disclaimers before a witnessing of a 24-hour sun, I think, is kind of where we're at.
It's kind of weird, don't you think?
It's a little bit weird.
Forward?
Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's like you're going down there to witness a 24-hour sun. So until you've witnessed 24 hours of sun, surely you don't say anything. Because you arrive, right. Okay, sun's up. What's that? You say it's midnight. It matters not what the time is if it's alleged the sun is above the horizon the entire time, because then you've got no frame of reference for that method of using that convention. That would be time. Yeah. Time becomes inconsequential. I couldn't give a toss what they say local time is. Show me the sun above the horizon for 24 hours. That's what I've got to be saying before I start saying they were right.
That's what Mighty Mush was saying. That's why he was so irate.
Yeah, Nathan.
I still stand by. I think they will see it.
I'm sorry. Did we just step off into Bizarro world? Because that's what I thought this was. To view the sun for 24 hours above the horizon. Did I miss something?
No, they haven't done that yet. So when Whitsitt and Jerem both make the same blunder as to say, no, we haven't actually seen 24 hours of sun yet, but it is doing what they're doing. All you've done is arrived and see the sun's there. Now, it's at that... again, the reason I would do it from afar is to say, OK, it seems reasonable based on their itinerary that when arriving what seems like about 3 a.m., if the sun's well and truly up and there's full-on blue skies, at that point, I'll be like, ain't looking good for you AE map boys that have failed to recognise the false dichotomy or affirming the consequent antipodal assumption fallacies. If you haven't done that, you'd be panicking now. Ha ha, chuckle, chuckle. That's what I thought when I woke up and saw exactly that, knowing what time they're there. Now, again, straight away, there was people pointing out the ambiguity, going, no. I don't reckon it's 12 midnight there. If they are there at all, of course, these are sceptical people. But when they're like, it's not midnight, it's like the time becomes irrelevant. We need to see the sun above the horizon for a full 24 hours. Now, based on the time, I'd say it's reasonable to extract that from it, but not if you're one of the people participating for 40k. Hold your tongue.
Yeah,
Nathan, somebody's trying to get your attention, Nathan.
This is really, I don't care who's trying to get our attention. This is a very important point. This is very strange behavior.
It is, but somebody's trying to get our attention. I'm really sorry. We've said that before. Go ahead, Brian.
Thank you. Thank you very much. What I heard, Nathan, is in that area they use New Zealand time, which is like 13 hours ahead. So yes, they would have sun at what they think is midnight because it isn't.
Yeah, we need to see it for 24 hours. So we need constant live streams.
100%.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
But their time, they are apparently, because it's the base that they're at, they use local time for New Zealand, apparently. And that is like over 12 hours difference to where it should be, as they just went dead south from South America.
Right, I didn't know that.
New
Thank you for
Zealand's on
informing
the
us.
Yeah, well, look into it. That's what I heard. The base uses New Zealand time.
But still, it's good to know, and thank you for that. But it's still irrelevant.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, I agree with you. 100%, John. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Brian, my point of content or discontent here isn't so much that. I recognise that. I think in what I was saying, a time zone is going to be assigned to this, which is what we're talking about. It isn't that. So I'll just try and reiterate my point at this point is that the flat earthers are here providing apologetics for observing the thing that's demonstrated on the webpage. And let me elucidate. So if you go to the webpage, you will see that part of the description, because there's not a lot to do other than look at penguins, but one of the things they do say is some of the people that are out there, those ELA people, at this time of year, they bake cookies at midnight. Okay. So, and part of the trip is that you can go and see the sun at midnight. Now, we've got the apologetics of what midnight that is, because it's not a real time zone down there. Particularly if you're on a ball, it's certainly not a real time zone. You can manipulate it how you want. It's nowhere. Yeah. You can assign whatever you want. The people won't know. But that seems to be what's occurred up until this point. Now, if I was informed, and again, if it was me that was going, the only point of admission, maybe, which is what we're seeing here, that I would give is, it exactly says it as it said in the brochure, Will. Midnight sun in Antarctica at midnight. At midnight, I'll see the sun, right? Where's my cookie? And let's have a chat in 24 hours. Yeah? Do you want to... At this point,
what kicks in now for me, right? Do you remember when we did Tracking the Sun on the Flat Earth live? What I was very conscious of is, will I be able to keep alert and run my channel effectively without something terrible happening and me not noticing quick enough if I'm awake for 24 hours? In other words, I need to stay frosty. Yeah? Now, that would be my primary concern. You're not going to get another opportunity. So I want to keep my eyeballs, my own eyeballs, on that sun from this point for 24 hours. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to go inside and go, oh, my God, I was cut my eyes over 20 seconds. That's not what I mean. What I mean is I want to remain alert and awake for 26, 27 hours until we get back on the plane and collapse through exhaustion and then sleep till we arrive at the next airport. My point being that all that matters now for these people is, do you actually see it go around you? What does it actually do? On my show recently, doing it live now, I shouldn't really say it like it's not present tense. On the show, I've been telling people, pay attention to the sky. By a lot of the language of the people who are involved in this, it tells me, by the way they're talking about this stuff, they've never done any of it. They've never really looked at the sky. They've never done time lapses. They've never stared at any of these things and observe how they behave. Now, in this circumstance, if it was me, because I like looking at the sky, I'm a little bit obsessed with it. That's why I was a baller when I was a baller. It's why I'm a flatty now, right? It's interesting. They're talking about the glory of God. Yeah, I agree. The majesty of this stuff is second to none. But my priority, given I've only got one shot at this, is simply to stay awake for a day, for a full 24 hours, not fall asleep, so that I actually experience what it does do when I'm there and can describe it in detail, having viewed it with my own eyes. Now, a lot of people have asked, what did Robert Shortman do? Was he lying? Well, no, I believe his first-hand testimony. And what he said, given that he was down there for 18 months and had no worries about going to sleep when he got there, he just got up, watched what he did in his daytime and had a general idea about what the sun was doing, and then went to sleep each night. Now, given that that's not it's the case that he wasn't just there with his eyes with matchsticks pinned open going, I really must keep an eye on this for 24 hours because I might be quizzed on it at a later date. He's just like, well, no, I think if it went behind me, I'd have noticed. Now, that's how he answered. Now, that's not saying it does not. He's saying, to my experience, I don't recall it going around me in a full circle. Yeah, it stayed really light, even at night. Even when the sun had gone away and then disappeared, it was still really light in summer. This is me parroting Robert Shortman's testimony. So if I arrive off the plane like these guys and they're like, it's midnight, sun's out, I'm like, couldn't give a shit. Now the clock begins. What time is it on my watch? My way of referencing how long 24 hours will elapse in. I want to see it for that period of time and more. In case, what happens if in 27 hours it goes down? Well, I've no idea what that thing is anymore. So my level of scrutiny is going to be off the scale. If I'm there. These guys, oh, they're already right. What are you talking about? You've only just arrived. Pay attention to what it's doing now, then tell me your observations when you've made them. Not when you've just arrived.
All I ask, can you ask Nathan if they observed the sun for 360 degrees? The degrees are more important than the time.
Exactly. Well, the first thing that got props, the only person who's got props so far, Q, you might not have caught this, you might have if you were in the live stream. QE gave Dave McKeegan props. Subtle, went very quickly. No one acknowledged it. I noted it too. What did Dave McKeegan say that would get him props from QE? He said, right, I've set up my camera. I've got a platform that's going to rotate 360 degrees. You know, that's it. I'm set up and I'm ready to take in this information. I've got nothing against Dave McKeegan particularly. Good for you. First one to have actually said you're doing something that I'd find useful. So it might be the only one that actually comes back with anything bleeding useful is Dave McKeegan.
But that's the equivalent position. Right. QE, am I missing the point here? My point here is Dave... Props to Dave, because he's not jumping up and down going, woohoo, it's a ball, because he's recognised, now I came here to view it for 24 hours, not to see and bake cookies at midnight, which is advertised on the website, which is the point in time we're at. Now, Dave McKeegan's come on and not gone victory dance, but the flat earthers have come on and conceded defeat. The fact that there is a 24-hour sun, even though they've only got there and not witnessed it yet. That's it's not so much the facts of what's gone off, it's the behavior of the flat earthers. And as you give good kind of contrast to, the behavior of the flat earthers of the ball earther isn't commensurate.
Hold on, you're being criticised.
Stop. And the ball earther isn't claiming victory.
Well,
He's
you're getting
doing what
criticised
we're
from the
asking.
chat, Adam. That's why I'm interrupting you. I'm so sorry. Jaren and Elizabeth both have 24-hour rotating cameras as well, says Bucksod from the chat. I don't dispute it. I'm sure they all have. Regardless, on camera now during this live stream, the flat earthers, as Adam's explaining while you type that, Bucksod, and anybody else listening for that matter, they've already verbally conceded. It's done what they've said it would do, they say. Both Jaren and Whitsit. And Elizabeth to a certain extent. Now, so far, what did Dave McKeegan talk about? I'll reiterate my point again. I'm sorry, Adam. I know I'm talking through you and you've got a point that you were making. He's the only one that's gone, clock starts now. I've set my equipment up and we'll see what, essentially, let's see what my equipment gets me is the tone of what Dave McKeegan said. Very different to what the Flatty said. Feel free to continue, Adam. I just wanted to address that because it's obviously on the minds of the people in the chat.
It's exactly the same. It's the same point. As I said, if we were to assume the polar opposite of what I heard from the flat earthers, then Dave McKeegan should be doing a victory dance. Yeah, but he hasn't, and this is why he got kudos, because he said, "No, I've only just arrived. I've not observed it for 24 hours. That's why I've travelled all this to make this observation." He's not doing his victory dance yet. Yeah, because he recognises where we're at, and this was one point. It's not even though whether we see it or we don't. It's the fact that at this point, yeah, if you're on your trip to Niagara Falls, but you've not got to Niagara Falls yet, and you go and watch it then you look at the brochure. Well, there's nothing outside of the brochure yet, other than, yes, you will be able to bake cookies at midnight. It's midnight, apparently, in New Zealand, so let's call it midnight. Let's bake some cookies. Brilliant. There's the sun. Now, that's all that's been observed and experienced by the flat earthers and by Dave McKeegan. Dave goes, got me shit, setting it up. I'm going to watch this. Brilliant. Flat earthers go, oh, I concede. 24-hour sun. Why? Because you bake cookies at midnight. What's going off?
It took us that long to get to the point?
It did.
Oh, my God.
It did, but I'm going to do a super chat. For some reason, I can't bring it up on screen. It seems to have vanished off my ABS. I'm really sorry I can't put it on screen. Omnibus Rhombus. Get help, man. Here's $2 for medical expenses. Thank you very much for the super chat.
I think we could all do the same of baking cookies if we put our clocks back 12 hours.
Let's just see the 24-hour sun, okay? Along with their behavior, which is because they're numpty dipshits, the flat earthers. Can we please see? It's been 24 hours by now, right? Since they've been there. Can we see it? Is there a video that we can see 24-hour sun, please? Anyone?
I haven't seen one, no.
Wasn't that the whole point, that the sun stays above the horizon for 24 hours? Am I in bizarro world here? Anyone?
They won't be doing any filming until tonight. So because they moved camp, so it's tonight and tomorrow night that they're going to be doing the filming and the testing.
What? Huh? Yep, I guess I am in bizarro world. Okay, let's continue. Missing football for this. Just want you to know.
Say
very clearly, and it is still dancing around high in the sky.
The sun is dancing.
I'm watching football.
Shut up, Neil.
So obviously we're documenting it. But yeah.
What documenting what? I see it in the reflection. I see it there. About it.
Yeah, I said what I feel about this the whole time.
Go back to that picture. That's really intriguing. There's no, we're not being given any visual, any representation of their experience. The sun's nowhere, and the other people's glasses, it was hard to see. That is still close to the horizon. Look, that's what that was. New Zealand's midnight. Yeah, it's very low down, isn't it? Look, yeah. Intriguing. Now, this is a question I asked about people from. I've got a lass that works in Ghana, or came from Ghana, works for me. And I was like, you get to this time of year and the sun, the way it behaves off the surface, and the reason sometimes you have to wear glasses because the glare is so much. It's not because it's summer and the sun's at strongest in terms of the amount of light you're receiving.
Yep.
It's the angle that it's coming into the eye off the surface.
Yep.
And I would, at this time of year here, have the same effect. And I'd say, strange ponderances, and I look at how low that sun is. That's the first glimpse I've got with this some kind of imagery of the background. It seems very low towards the horizon, and that would be a reason for glare. Certainly on a flat Earth, on a ball, it would do. But that's the first image of the sun. I know we've been waiting. Look at that. Look at it.
That's amazing, Adam. Thanks for that.
That's the most interesting picture I've seen all bleeding day.
I can tell. I could tell that same sort of phenomena when I shoot in the summertime. I go out to my target out there. It's bright. You know, it's totally different when I go out there. Like now, I have to have my hat down across my face to block the sunlight because I get too much glare.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. Good point. Are we going to see the 24-hour sun anytime soon?
No.
I want to keep us all right on point. I need to see the 24-hour sun above the horizon for 24 hours, you 24-hour morons. Okay, that's it. And then you can confirm all your fallacies and then kill the AE map, the globe projection. But I just want to see 24 hours. Okay? That's all I want.
You know, there's all the blue screen stuff. Look at that image now. Look at his jacket. That looks really blue screen. Oh, green screen. Look at it. That looks ropey. That really genuine. What I've done while we've been talking, I've been analysing the background a little bit. The clouds are moving. So even if it is blue screen, it's not just a picture. I just want to kind of check the clouds a bit. There is reasonable motion.
Thanks, Adam.
I hate this blue screen. I started to hate it.
It is doing.
No, I didn't bring it up.
I started off the day with it because it amused me slightly. Now I'm kind of at the end of my day, or coming up on it, right towards the end of my day, and it's starting to irritate me. It seemed like a joke on the dumber flat earthers. No offense if you're one of those people who think they can deny this because of green screens, but it started off amusing. Now it's irritating. Would you agree?
Yeah,
it was irritating the first second it was raised, not because, because the reason it's an irritation to me is because, guys, you don't green screen. Who cares? Yeah, it's irrelevant to what's happening there. Yeah, green screen or not, it's not the point. If it is green screen, does that mean it's flat? No. Well, that's where we are, not validating Will Duffy.
Means the sun's fake.
I want to see 24-hour sun. I want to see the sun above the horizon for 24 hours. Simple as that.
You're not going to, unless you keep an eye on everybody's sunglasses, because the camera ain't going to look at it.
I bet the penguins are really kangaroos in suits.
Very clearly, and it is still dancing around high in the sky. So obviously, we're documenting it. But yeah, you know, I said what I feel about this the whole time. Truth doesn't fear investigation.
I don't want your philosophy. Your philosophy is a train wreck. Okay, Mr. Alternative Cosmology. Right? I don't care about how you feel.
I think that we're truly trying to figure out the truth. Obviously, some people
truly trying to figure out the truth. Okay.
People think
you care what people think. You're a grifter. You definitely do.
That what we're told is the truth. I don't think that. But
oh my God, I heard truth again. Go ahead, Adam.
Well, there's two things. There was that one, that nonsensical. We're truly trying to find the truth. Truth. I just like that. Wizzy gets a lot of shit, but that is a beautifully groomed beard, sir. You must have.
Oh my God! You told me to stop for that.
The
shit.
truth. Obviously, some people think
I'm back with the truth again.
That we were.
If anyone's pulled truth out of the hat, good luck tonight. You'll be throwing up all over yourself.
Told us the truth. I don't think that.
Oh my God! He said it again. All right, you're friggin' lying. That's it. It's it. You're lying. You're a liar.
But I do think that people need to be honest and humble.
That's a sentence fragment.
And be like, whoa,
that's deep.
We were wrong.
Who was wrong?
Doesn't just pop out of the blue. And
Exactly. Who was wrong?
Hold on.
Who was wrong
when
here?
we claimed that there was no sun?
This fucking thing better fucking
Name names.
stop.
Name names, Witsit. You mean Dave and his app and his azimuthal equidistant projection that he's ignored people telling him how wrong it is for years? You mean Dave, right?
My God.
Before we carry on, QE, will you just click the CC button? Because sometimes with this kind of rhetoric, it really helps, certainly for me. Yeah, thank you.
Truth doesn't fear investigation. I think that we're truly trying to figure out the truth. Obviously, some people think that what we were told is the truth. I don't think that, but
You write them down how many times?
I do think that people need to be honest and humble and be like, whoa, we were wrong. If something doesn't just pop out of the blue and all of a sudden,
what?
The sun sets or something.
That's possible. You still got 23 hours left.
That's the point, isn't it? Yeah. If I lock you in a box, sent you to Argentina, stick you on another flight, and flew you to a place and said it's midnight and the sun was up, you go, fuck off, you idiot. Yeah, yeah. Why should I believe you? It's midnight. This is where we're at. This is the point of frustration. Yeah. That these guys have accepted it before evidence again.
Yep.
Yeah. When the evidence comes, then have this statement, this beautiful, humble statement. It's fantastic. But at least see the evidence first.
You think?
No. Just
when we claimed that there
apologize
was no sun.
before seeing the evidence.
Holy shit. Won't shut up. Shut the hell up.
The sun sets or something.
Or something, yeah. That's what it would be. Yeah. That's why you're down there. Hello, McFly.
When we claimed that there was no sun.
When we claimed that there was no sun.
Nobody claimed there was no sun. The false dichotomy is 24-hour rotating sun is debunking a flat Earth if you ascribe yourself to the azimuthal equidistant globe projection on the flat Earth side of the argument. Alternatively, if you assume antipodal positioning, that would be on a globe, then you'll observe 24-hour sun. Not no sun. I mean, again, it's really irritating, but I did do that as humorous effect this morning when I'm like, this is green screen. There's no sun, right? But he's saying it like that's suddenly the dilution of the argument. Oh, my God.
Right.
Who said there was no sun? What are you retarded or something? Do you even know why you went down there, Mr. Ping Pong Golf Ball?
He's reduced it from a flat.
What is this statement here? What is this?
He's reduced it to a flat Earth perspective that isn't anything to do with conditional, presuppositional argumentation about globe or flat. It's been reduced to, if I can get to Antarctica and see the sun, they win.
Oh my God! Can you see me coming in here from the side with a sidekick?
Yeah,
I can see it happening.
Please don't press play. What's on screen now is my main point of contention, our real issue. What Pastor Will Duffy fought hard for, what they didn't say before going, otherwise they'd have suffered a greater tirade of abuse. But which it's saying, which we all know means, for the sake of argument, I'll concede the point. When we claimed that there was no sun, that's the point. No, we never did. So for you to be there now, having been there a good couple of hours, not 24, to straw man us that our claim that there was no. So I'm hoping he corrects this and points out that wasn't our claim, but it feels like he's now down there providing apologetics for a claim that we never made. In fact,
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm speechless.
Can we get a J? Can we get a J and just show up for a minute just to listen to that? Because genuinely, that's what that feels like, and that's egregious in the extreme.
We were wrong. If something doesn't just pop out of the blue and all of a sudden the sun sets or something, when we claimed that there was no sun or 24-hour sun. So yeah, and
he changed it, or 24-hour sun. Which one?
It doesn't. That's the same thing. He clarified it as to the claim.
Yeah, fair enough.
The claim is just as egregious. No, we never did say that. If it's flat, there won't be a 24-hour sun. You might have, and I think you were careful not to make that claim, and that's why I'm finding this troublesome. Because here he is now, outlining Pastor Will's point of why he wanted to get flat earthers on board and what the conditions were.
Is he not contractually obliged to? I mean, let's get it straight. Yeah. Well, Brian was, as you pointed out earlier, set in a position where he had to make a conditional acceptance just to get Will to even interact with him, with the materials that he'd presented for Will Duffy personally. No. Only if you accept this. You're like, okay. So do you think these guys have had 40k spent on them are not literally contractually obliged to concede defeat here? Seems so.
That's the, oh my God.
Now, I know a lot of people want to know what my take is in terms of how does it work and stuff. And
how does what work?
I will like a quick.
How does what work in the stuff seas? What is going on here?
Teaser, I've seen a physical demonstration that could show this working, but I do think that some of
Pause.
What are you talking about?
I'll tell you what he's talking about. He's now providing apologetics as to how you could see a 24-hour sun on a flat Earth.
Preemptive. It's preemptive bullshittery.
And that's Whitsit's signature.
Oh my God. This is. I'm feeling a retard, and this whole situation is so retarded. I want to turn it off. I'm missing football for this.
Man up and take your medicine. Press play.
Son of
the data we're going to have from this trip may help to clarify if that is actually what's happening. But
what is actually happening? If that is, what's happening? What?
Anyway, long story short, they kind of covered the trip. It's like
that
incredible.
Is what is happening? What the thing that you've gone all the way across the world to experience, but you've only just got there and haven't experienced yet, but that you're apologizing for, and now giving a nonsensical description as to how you could see it on your AE projection. Is that where we're... Oh, Lord. And then people ask why you sigh and go, why, please don't represent me. Please don't.
But I do think that some of the data we're going to have from this trip may help to clarify if that is actually what's happening. But anyway, long story short, they kind of...
What data do you need? Just stay up for 24 hours, like Nathan said, and just be there. And then watch the damn sun. What is so hard about this? Why are you a retard? Why are you retarded?
That's not a why question.
What the hell? Why am I here? What is this? Tell me. I don't know. So friggin' stupid. He's stupid. Jaren's stupid. Will's stupid. They're all stupid. I'm in a freaking carnival tent with abject morons. What do you want me to do with this? He doesn't even know why he's down there. What? You piss me off so early in the friggin' morning.
covered the trip. It's like incredible and beautiful.
Oh, it's incredible and beautiful, and the creator, right? We going down this. Do you have a script or something?
Beautiful, and when you fly into here, it's just like words can't even describe it.
Oh, pause. Yes.
Back to when we fly in here, Adam.
Yeah, yeah. See, the riots were mostly peaceful, but a little bit fiery. Yeah. When we flew in here, it was incredible and beautiful, and invoked the creator. Yeah. These are like, you know, when I was saying to you guys, when I was prepped by the guys to go and speak to the media on behalf of the MP, make sure you drop this line in, Adam. This is what I've heard from them all.
Yep.
And I say, I initially mocked it off as obviously they're snow lovers. This is all white. It was incredible.
Well,
just look at
the only thing he hasn't dropped. The only thing he hasn't dropped yet is the creator. If he drops creation or creator in here, I'm going to go down there and kick his face in.
Yeah. Then all of their statements have been mostly peaceful and non-fiery. Yeah.
Is he going to do it? Let's find out.
It's crazy, crazy beautiful. Obviously, this, you know, for people to say that we can't go here and all these people are working here, we obviously never actually claimed that people.
Yeah, no one ever claimed that. Good.
People couldn't go here.
Why the hell did you just say it then? Is he having the multiple personality problem where he invents somebody that doesn't exist, says they say something, and then tells you how the thing they've invented, someone that doesn't exist would say, is actually wrong? A straitjacket time.
Did Bob say that we couldn't go down there?
Yeah, this is the rhetoric that would be held at Flat Earthers. Yeah, this is what Pastor Will said. You said you can't go here. Well, we'll go here. It's odd that Whitsit's now making this false claim again on our behalf that our justification as Flat Earthers, as we claim that people wouldn't go here, we just say you can freely and yeah. No. We pointed out how difficult it was because for the sake of the penguins that don't want them eating crisp packets. That's what the UN told me. And we believe that. And we also believe that if you had thousands and thousands of pounds, this is back in 2016, that you could go. Now, you've spent the thousands and thousands of pounds. So there is, why are you attacking Flat Earthers and making us out straw manners with a retardia fallacy? Yeah? When actually, if you look historically, the point is contrary to what you're making. Why are you attacking this dude? Why are you providing bullshit apologetics for something you've still not seen yet?
Yep.
Really explore it. But I will say this: where we flow over it, I'd be like, you probably don't want to really do that, you know. So it looks extremely dangerous. It's beautiful, but scary at the same time. And so, you know, they say, look, if you want to go somewhere, we got to survey it and make sure you're not going to fall in and die. And I get it. So yeah, obviously we did know you could go.
You did what? You're in one spot.
You know, when you fly over Iceland, you go, oh, don't land there. That looks a bit scary. Why? Because it's white. Yeah. You racist, Witsit. You racist.
No, there is a reason for this.
White doesn't mean it's scary.
Let me just justify it.
Retarded.
Hold on. So, Will Duffy at the beginning of this broadcast explains that upon organising the trip, the people in Antarctica or arranging the logistics appreciated what was trying to be achieved and had explained to Will Duffy that the mountain would typically obscure the sun at some point. So they will rearrange the camp location specifically so that doesn't happen. So they've gone out of their way to be somewhere out of the ordinary, according to Will Duffy at the beginning of this broadcast. Subsequently, when Witsit suggests that, well, they've got to check that we're not going to fall down a crevasse, again, it seems perfectly reasonable, given what's been explained, if you take it as read what Will Duffy has suggested at the beginning of this broadcast.
Thanks.
Go to approved places, but more so, the point of this trip is to see if there's 24-hour sun. There clearly is. I won't go on like a big rant.
Well, see if there's a 24-hour sun. He said there clearly is.
What? So he and Jaron, isn't he the third? There was someone else that had conceded it before it had happened. Was it someone else? I forget. I lost track. So he's saying that it's already happened when it hasn't been observed yet.
Yes. Yep. Let's go back. Let's do it again.
Yeah, good places, but more so.
Wait a second, Adam.
The point of this trip is to see if there's a 24-hour sun. There clearly is. I won't go on like a.
There clearly is what he said.
Clearly is. What, from standing there for a few minutes?
Yep.
Yeah, and they're the things, right, that set alarm bells in my head. Not just our blue screeny that really keeps looking to me. Yeah. It's the things that, as a genuine person, as just by your own butthurtness, you wouldn't concede yet. Yeah. But they've done so. It doesn't make sense. Why would you concede when you haven't seen it yet? Just because someone comes back to the initial point.
Probably
just
because they're tired.
When you get there, somebody tells you it's midnight, and after 45 minutes, you go, well, it's 1:45. Sun's still up. I don't need the rest of the 24 hours. The reason I've gone
there. Let me try and explain. Because there's a couple of things that I think are playing in here. Number one, right, I've done horrendous journeys back and forth to different countries, connecting flights and all this crap. You're utterly exhausted. Furthermore, you've got this scenario where the people that you're mingling with are your enemy. You're having to be cordial. People are falling out, mostly with Toon by the sounds of things. Yeah? But there's hostility, a lot of exhaustion and travel, and then you arrive and they do the bait and switch. You know, what are they bait and switching? Well, the bait and switch is, we need to see a full rotation of the sun. Yeah? Me, I'm concerned about doing it from a hangout when I'm sat in my own home doing it with a internet basis, right? I'm worried about being able to prep for 24 hours to do that 10 years ago. These guys are trying to now do that after massive journey, lots of contentions, arguments, falling out. So they're going to be susceptible to the bait and switch. The bait and switch is, we need to see a 24-hour sun, that's to say have eyeballs on the sun for 24 hours, versus you'll see a sun, singular, sun at midnight. Now, I think the hope is, what do you think they'll be feeling in about 12 to 14 hours from now? Forget about the time where you are. This video, bearing in mind that this is broadcast live, at the moment that Whitsit's captured in this live broadcast, how do you think he will feel in 12 to 14 hours?
Dumber than he is right now?
I'll tell you how he'll feel. He'll feel absolutely exhausted. And do you know what he'll want to do?
Yes.
What will he want to do? Go to sleep.
Yes.
Right. So, what do? You tell them to all, when they get there, declare victory already. And then in the 2 to 3 hour window, potentially, as described by Robert Shortman, that the sun goes down, make sure that they've had a good old hearty meal and are well and truly asleep and not looking when that happens. You could time it beautifully.
You conspiratard some bitch, you.
It's just human physiology. You can't, after this amount of journeying, just stay up for 24 hours.
Yes, I could. How old is he?
I could too.
You could. Let me correct it. You could, if, like I'm describing now, I can't just communicate this to Whitsit. Look, Whitsit, right, now the clock starts, mate. Right, you've got to stay up for 24 hours, probably longer, and keep eyeballs on that sun. Now, don't get me wrong, you can run around, you can do the freaking marathon for all I care, but all that matters from this point now forward, son, is that you don't fall asleep. Yeah? That's what you got to do. Now, bearing in mind, he's going to be absolutely knackered and sick of it all and wanting to go to bed. Right? So if you can organise it and orchestrate it so that they don't know that they need to be focused and they've already conceded defeat, he probably just wants to get it done and over with now because he's being told he's lost already and he's conceding it. So he's suffering the bait and switch. He just needs to take what he needs to see, which is an enduring task, 24 hours of sunlight, and turn that into what he's declaring. A sun at a certain time that they tell him is proof enough.
You missed your calling. You should have been a delusional, imaginary psychologist.
Get stuffed.
It's not
a big rant about what I think that.
Go ahead, Adam.
Look, you've missed your football. I've missed mine. Okay. That's not. We can make all of those excuses, and you're right. You know what he has got to do, and he should be knuckling down, is exactly what Nathan said. That isn't my point of what's going off here, alarm bell. It's the fact that before he's done it, he's already conceded defeat.
Yes.
All of the, not just one of them, not just one of them, because they're a bit tired, because they're a bit shit travelers. Yeah. Yeah. All three of them in the same way, with the same nonsense. Before, this is my point, right? Before they've observed what they've gone there to observe, they've turned up, they've baked cookies at midnight. Well, that's it then. Yeah. Well, no, because that's not why you went. Because the website said you could bake cookies at midnight, which is what they're doing, right? Not there'll be a 20 website. Now, why, whether or not it's true or false, why would you concede defeat before you've witnessed the thing that you've gone there to witness? It's just doesn't make sense as a genuine person to me. These responses are nonsensical to the level of effort.
Yep. They've had a good night's sleep. They just had a flight, according to what they said, 4 hours, 3 or 4 hour flight. McBooger Eater couldn't count that high, and they just arrived within the past 2 hours. I'm suspecting. Yes.
Yeah, clock started 2 hours ago, let's say.
Yep. And they're all conceding defeat.
What I'd be doing now I'm thinking about it, because I haven't really literally given this any thought until this very moment. What would I be doing now? I'd be going, right, Jaron, let's work it out. We've got 24 hours minimum that we need to stay awake between us.
Yep.
Now, no fucking way I can do that. So you are going to schedule sleep for about 2 to 3 hours, right? Let's say maybe 3 or 4,
That's
whatever we decide.
Slip.
Say again?
That's a Freudian slip.
Exactly. They're all sheep.
I was thinking about counting sheep, actually.
Shut up, Neil.
You'll be
right,
counting
Nate.
sheep was what I was going to say, and then I decided no need for the metaphor, right? You'll be asleep, and it came out sheep. Anyway, you'll be sleeping for 2 to 3 hours, and when you are, I'll be keeping an eye on our camera that's whirling around on its little timer, and just keeping a general eye, maybe making a few video logs while you get some shut-eye. And then when you wake up, I'll go to sleep. Now, ideally, you need a third person to keep an eye on both of them. That would be ideal. But if it's just Witsit and Jaron, between the two of them, they could just, be a bit fastidious, have a little game plan, and just make sure they get what they need to get.
Yes.
No.
They got 3
Jeez, Nathan, you could have just said set up shifts.
No. Okay. So I like that. I like that night watchman scenario. However, the point of a night watchman is to keep watch. If you've already conceded defeat, why bother watching it?
Yeah, I know. Geez, oh man, we know that, Adam. He's just putting something, Nathan's just putting something practical out there that you would do. You got 3 flat earthers there, right? You take shifts.
I don't
You have a
care.
plan.
Lovely. Is this a logistics show, or are we actually? Yeah, I agree on the logistics. It's fine. Yeah, and that's all you should do. Yeah, if you're such a pussy, right? That after doing sod all, you can't go there and stay up for 24 hours. You're so weak as an individual on the moment of your lifetime. But
First
if
of all,
you
you should
can't,
be able to sleep. You should be so excited. That's the way they've been acting.
Can we move on from Nathan's delusional conspiracy, psychological dissension?
Yes, but no. I just want to. The only reason I'm not poo-pooing it, because it's perfectly valid. But my point of contention is, why have you quit? 2 hours in to your 24-hour proof. What's going off?
No, they forgot why they went there. They didn't quit. They forgot. That's what this is telling me. They forgot the point. It's bizarro world.
More so, the point of this trip is to see if there's a 24-hour sun. There clearly is.
Yeah, there clearly is. No, there is.
I won't go on like a big rant about what I think that means.
What you think? What means? It didn't happen yet.
Didn't happen yet.
I don't think it falsifies plain Earth. I don't think it proves a
What does? What don't you think falsifies it?
globe. I think it's a singular data point. I will make one more comment kind of as to like the meta here. I do think that people...
The meta here.
Singular data point. This is high level cockwaffle, ladies and gentlemen.
High level, he's retarded. Meta. What meta? What does meta mean? What the hell are you talking about, son?
We have some strong personalities that
gives a shit. What the hell? What kind of Nancy fag are you? Let's see his fingernails. I'll bet you they're painted.
Get really intense on the camera. And it has been,
oh my God,
interesting to kind of be all around each other. I think it's
interesting to be all around each other and telling stories and singing Kumbaya. Did you bring your open-toed sandals, Lisbeth? How about you, Jaron? You forgot your toothbrush so we can all have really bad breath.
Been relatively chill. You know, I think it's been pretty cool. I think it's
chill.
It's a testament to the idea that we're all just humans, and
we're all just
you know it or not,
humans gonna wax Kumbaya, my lord, Kumbaya. We're all just humans, Adam.
Creator, and he made you. And
there you go.
Yes.
There you go. It took a while, but they've only got 10 minutes each. But yeah, he's pointed out that whilst there have been protests, riots, civil disruption, and shit's been burnt down, it was mostly peaceful.
Got to get a word in. Right, I'm reliably...
I know you can, but not in the middle of my sentence.
Simmer down. Right, the chat's reliably informing me, which means it's not reliable at all.
That was rude.
Oh my God. That the live stream is going to be blowing up or disappearing depending on how things work out, because apparently Witsit's about to go live and give us a little bit of an update. So I'm sure there's going to be people who are going to disappear to Witsit's live stream. If you do, please come back and tell us what the score is so we can react to it. If you have the inclination, or you're a moderator of mine, just let me do my call to action, Adam. We'll get updates we've got a whole 150 people minimum at the moment that can give us updates if I just ask them to without interruption from you constantly. Thank you.
I forgot I was unmuted. It was can't we actually go to that? Because this is a one-off.
Yeah, if I find where it is and they give us the stream and someone from my chat does my call to action, I can motivate 150 people to work for us.
Do it after I've
you're ruining it. You're ruining it, but for comedic effect, by you ruining it, I'm also doing the call to action in the humour of you ruining it by telling them they could be telling us this.
What a team we are.
Shut up, Adam.
Shut up, Neil. Yeah, please let us know. I'll just finish that call to action in sincerity. So, yeah, if you are going to toddle along, please let us know. Keep us updated, in other words. I'm happy to stay live. This is good fun, right? I didn't expect it to be as much fun, as much as QE's feigning irritation. I know he's having fun. I'm having fun. They wouldn't be here if they weren't. There certainly wouldn't be 160-odd, 170-odd people watching if you weren't having fun. So I'm going to stay doing this just until Adam gets sick of it.
Shit. I'm not feigning shit. I am irritated because he just followed the script. Although it was later, the creator popped up. They have a script.
Where was the creator? I didn't catch that.
What?
I didn't catch him talking about the creator. Did you, Adam?
Yeah. What?
He's just
Here it comes.
I think it's been pretty cool.
We've been waiting.
Shut up, Adam.
It's a testament to the idea that we're all just humans, and whether you know it or not, there was a creator and he made you and all of us. And so that's like this basic level that we should all understand. And when there's not all this hoorah on the internet.
Yep.
Pop the creator in there. They're all running the same script.
Exactly. Yep. I hope. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Nathan Oakley is in the room.
Now you're catching up.
Yep. Nathan caught up.
Don't be cheeky.
That kind of becomes pretty self-evident in person. I think that's cool.
That's what I was summarized when you.
I think the trip's very
chat. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we spotted earlier. The repetition in the script. Now, each orator's got their own style, that there are certain points. This is what I said about in the MP. There are certain bullet points you must get over. Can you get this phrase, i.e., mostly peaceful, but a little bit fiery with regards to a BLM protest, yeah? But get the word mostly peaceful in after describe it. This is what's weird. These all three of the flat earthers have conceded the point and then mitigated with the same points. We've been waiting with Witsit for him to put the third, the creator, and he's just done it. Slightly different, but it's there. It's sad, isn't it? It's really disappointing.
Shout out to Tony Wickham. He says, I rewinded the stream and the clouds have not moved at all. Thank you for the
Yes, they
Thank you for the
have.
super chat.
Yes, they have. That's what I said to you earlier. Check those things. Go look at the original video. The clouds do move beautifully.
Way to go, Tony. Nicely done.
Cool. I'm appreciative to Will. I didn't think it would really happen, so I kind of just sat back and waited. And here we are.
Sat back and waited, and what? Waited what? For how long? What are you waiting for?
All right, Jaren says it's still getting canceled. So who knows? Maybe.
Funny, a joke. That was hilarious.
Maybe it does, but yeah, sure enough, the sun is dancing up in the sky.
Didn't you already go over this? Sun's dancing up in the sky, huh? You on shrooms?
And they did. They fall.
Come on, you stuttering fool!
Through with their word.
Who followed through with their word? What?
Are in Antarctica. I can assure you.
We are in Antarctica. Now we're headed back to we figured you were in Antarctica at the beginning. Why tell us now? What?
We tracked it with multiple compasses the entire.
You tracked you being in Antarctica with multiple compasses. Boy, I'd like to see that all drawn up on a storyboard.
What's going on, guys?
That made no damn sense, Chocolate.
What's going on, man?
I tell you what's going on.
Chocolate's here.
Rent.
Have the festivities begun?
Yeah.
On there for hours, and I'm missing football.
And they haven't even showed us the sun yet.
Really?
Way we were going south or just off of south for 4 consecutive hours from
There you go.
Uranus.
Like I said, from Punta Uranus for 4 hours, they had a 4-hour flight. We have established that. Talked about that before.
I can guarantee you that's where we were.
Uranus got a point.
I can guarantee you that's where we were. Okay, thanks for the guarantee. We kind of figured that.
Well, so yeah, sure enough, we're here. The sun is doing that.
Oh, what?
I always listen to what people say.
So do I.
Yeah, and you. What do you feel that? Give me just a 5 seconds. I just want to read that.
I'll give you a full J.
Yeah. Okay. Go.
South or just off of south for 4 consecutive hours from Punta Arenas. I can guarantee you that's where we were as well. So yeah, sure enough, we're here. The sun is doing that in the sky. So we'd have to.
The sun is doing what in the sky?
He said doing it.
What's it doing? Dancing?
Yeah.
Go back to the drawing board to try to address the preponderance of evidence.
Oh.
You have to the preponderance of evidence. You have to go back to the drawing board.
Is that what he said?
Yep. Yes, he did.
But I'll stop there. I do appreciate the opportunity.
I thought you were going to stop there.
This is beautiful. I probably would have never come taking the risk of if we would see it or not. And
see what?
Yeah, it's something I'll remember forever. So there's that. And one more thing I'll say.
That's amazing. Oh, there's one more thing. I thought you were going to stop.
Everyone should just try and be nice to each other.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Because I'm not even going to read the comments. Because I was reading the chat earlier and people talking reckless.
So you're not going to read the comments?
That was also part of the
comments.
script. Sorry to interrupt. They all said that too, didn't they? They all said that.
Yeah, they all did. Yes. Yep. They all did. Lee Smith definitely said that. I'm not going to read the comments. Go ahead and say what you want in the comments, but I'm not going to read the comments.
That's what a script is.
Anybody want to give me the Cliff Notes version?
No.
What's going on
go
here?
back and watch. No.
Yes,
So,
I
and that's
can-
on
yes,
both
yes.
sides. I think we
Pause,
should just
pause,
chill,
Thanks.
be like,
pause.
Just fill chocolate in.
I've got a lot of banging from my own end, but yes, I'll attempt to because it's good for the people who come in the live stream. Chocolate's here for a reason. Yeah, chocolate. What's happened thus far is Will Duffy's arrived in Antarctica with all of these guys, and they've just arrived, and the sun's up when they've arrived. Now, based on that, 3 flat earthers have conceded defeat with a script because they've all read basically the same script with the same pattern of things that they've ticked off a list. And Dave McKeegan said that he's going to get his equipment out, which apparently they've all got. So that's it so far. They've seen the sun when they've arrived in Antarctica. It was up when they got there. That's about it.
From my conspiratorial mind chart, Dave McKeegan's arrived, as predicted, and as advertised on the website, there's a midnight sun. A sun at midnight in the local time that they call midnight. There's a sun, and they've got there, and they've witnessed that. Now, at this point, Dave McKeegan's gone, yeah, but I've come all this way, and I've got my equipment out, and we'll see where it goes. He's not done a victory dance. He's not claimed he's won. It's definitely a bull. But we've had all 3 flat earthers come on and concede defeat and then provide very similar apologetics like the mainstream media would do using keyword points they've all repeated. We've been waiting with Witsit for a little bit for him to bring up the final one, the creator. I can't remember the other 2, but it was notable, hence why we were waiting for Witsit to mention the 3rd. That's kind of where we're at. Like I said, the point of note for me is that the flat earthers, after being there for only, let's call it 3 hours, have conceded defeat that there is a 24-hour sun there, yet Dave McKeegan's getting his equipment out.
What? I don't understand.
Yeah,
they conceded there's a 24-hour sun while being there for 3.
Yes. You're quick, chocolate.
Yep, they've already conceded. So we've got it, everything. Here we go.
The opportunity is beautiful. I probably would have never come taking the risk of if we would see it or not. And yeah,
it's beautiful. That's in the script
so there's
too.
that. Now, one more thing I'll say. Everyone should just try and be nice to each other.
Yep, just try and be nice to each other. Let me come by and just piss down your back and tell you it's raining, but just be nice, okay? No, I'm not. I'm going to turn around, and I catch you pissing down my back. I'm going to rip that pathetic little pecker off your torso, okay? Sunshine. Ass clown.
Okay, because I'm not
What if it's Lisbeth?
I was reading the chat earlier, and people
just, you know what the antecedent of a neutral outcome is? Being nice with each other.
Yeah, peace.
You won't come to a definitive conclusion. Yeah. If what you're trying to achieve is a neutral outcome, which is what I'm smelling here, then what's important is you're all nice to each other. Because as long as you're nice, you'll never get to the nub of any argument.
talking reckless. So, and that's on both sides. I think we should just chill, be like, well, this is pretty like legendary stuff. Like no one's ever.
What's the legendary stuff, C's?
Wow, legendary.
Yeah, that's the Ginger Shackleton there. That's what's legendary.
I see the sun.
There you go.
Where?
He's there in the glasses.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Neil. Stay on mute. We don't want to hear, the party in the background, all right?
It's the football game.
We've actually done this. We have multiple cameras. We have cameras documenting the camera. We have everything you could imagine. This has never been done. We're getting the sunspots. We're getting every different angle you can imagine. It's really amazing. It's very cool.
Why?
How about the 24-hour sun?
Nah, that demonstrates it's a ball. Why?
We're doing a lot
After
of
you've
firsts.
conceded defeat, why would you look at sunspots?
I have no idea.
Wait. So you're saying they kind of just got there. So the plan is to be there for the next 24 hours, right? To confirm this? Am I missing? Like
they just
how
gave
long?
Ghost.
If they
The
just
flat
got
earthers-
here, what, like, how long are they going to
The
be?
flat earthers just gave up the ghost. Chocolate, didn't they tell you that before? That it's already over.
But why would they do that though? Like, I don't understand. This is ridiculous. Which flat? It's Witsit, Jaren, and who else?
Lisbeth.
Oh, that girl from Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
the golden shower ticket winner.
Okay.
All right, y'all caught up?
All right.
So, yeah, I think we should just kind of all acknowledge that, and then shout out to Will for making it happen because it's
got to shout out Will.
It's pretty cool that he actually pulled it off. So, thank you.
What did you just dab? What in the hell? Thank you. Get your dumb ass out
All
of here.
right. So you got to hear from everybody, which is great. That's what I was hoping.
It's so great, and that's what you were hoping for. Yeah.
For speaking of sunspots, this is important.
Really? I thought the 24-hour sun was the mission, not sunspots. But
no, 3 hours of observation, the flat earthers have already conceded that there's a 24-hour sun. So now we're on to sunspots. You know what I think sunspots will prove? Ether.
We have a link on our website, which is thefinalexperiment.com with dash.
The final experiment, which is a fraud with dashes,
is the-final-experiment.com. We have
what final fraud fraudster fraud.
A link right on the homepage called observations. When you click that, you'll be able to
observations. What? I thought there was an experiment.
Put in your information, and
why would we put our information in?
Submit pictures of the sun that you've taken.
So we're gonna take pictures of the sun where we're at, and we're gonna submit them to you for what? Is that another experiment?
Wherever you are.
It doesn't matter where you are. That seems relevant
in this world.
In this world,
so we are trying to collect as many pictures of sunspots as we can.
Why would you do that? What about collect as much information you can so we can see the 24-hour sun? That's why we're here. Okay.
And to compare to the pictures of the sunspots we are taking here.
For what reason?
In
Stop for a sec.
Antarctica. And
got a super chat.
Shout out to Tony Wickham for the super chat. It says the clouds haven't moved for nearly 2 hours. I checked it out. Fact. Yeah. We've been pausing a video, Tony. Thank you for the super chat.
That's if you could do that,
Got to have Adam. He's trying to trigger Adam, is what he's trying to do, and it seems to be succeeding.
Well, only a freaking retard, if you were going to blue screen, would just keep a static picture, wouldn't they? I mean, for all of the numpty dipshittery, yeah. We just, like I said, the first thing you check is go through to the original video and just watch the clouds. It's not hard. What's interesting is in all this time, the shadows on the peaks and stuff haven't changed a great deal.
Oh my God!
Just have a look at that, Tony. What do you think?
That'd be great. Now I know not everybody does solar photography.
I did. I was doing some yesterday.
But if you do and you're into that kind of thing, please do that. So start now. We're already taking.
I do it, and I'll tell you, the sun was looking particularly hot yesterday. She looked fine.
Pictures.
What's he on about?
Of the sun, and keep that going for the next 3 days or so.
Take a picture of the sun. What with?
Leaving sometime on the 18th. So any time between now and the 18th, please go ahead and take pictures of the sun.
Huey,
I'd like to.
Do you think, right? Because this is important. Do you see, Will? I appreciate it now. Make sure that when people send you a picture of the sun on the 18th, they tell you the height they were taking the picture from. Be very relevant.
He's trying to get everyone to participate in the final experiment.
No, right. Well, I don't know what's going off now, Kiwi, right? But what isn't going off is what should be going off, which is 2 or 3 hours in, right? Wow! First of all, look, apparently it's midnight, right? And I know we should be baking cookies, but apparently it's midnight. There's the sun. Let's get our shit together. I mean, kudos to Dave McKeegan. This guy, like, thanks to the flat earthers, we all know there's a 24-hour sun. Let's all focus on sunspots. Now, what I'm going to do from Antarctica is coordinate a global input of pictures of the sun from the globe in different locations from the globe. That's what he's doing now. He's just spent all this money and he's now invoking another project. This is distraction, I think, is what I would call it.
So with the concession, did Jaren go to the globe side? Did he concede that?
Yeah.
Now that he's seen this sun, apparently the surface of Earth is a ball. Has that come?
Let's go back. So I'm at 4153. Remember that 4153 because chocolate. He's a late bloomer, late arriver. All right. So here's what Jaren said.
You all know Jaren Campanella of Jarenism, one of the most popular flat Earth YouTube channels.
Not for long.
All right, guys. Sometimes.
You hear what he said?
Sometimes.
No. He said, here's Jaren from the popular Flat Earth YouTube channel. And he said, not for long. You hear that?
I didn't hear that.
No, I need a J on that.
Well, I need to shout out super chat. Shout out to Pablo. It says, this is a win for FED. Let's have fun and celebrate a little.
Okay.
Yeah, celebrate good times.
Here we go.
Jaren Campanella of Jarenism, one of the most popular flat Earth YouTube channels.
Not for long.
Not for long.
Oh, shoot.
Oh.
I heard that. And he looks like the Bigfoot footage.
That's
Oh,
interesting.
Jay.
I didn't catch that the last time. So that was a good one. Okay, here we go.
All right, guys. Sometimes you are wrong in life. And I thought that there was no 24-hour sun. In fact, I was pretty sure of it. But I respect Will Duffy for being a stand-up guy, at least in the way that he kept saying it was true. I kept saying,
Pause. This is it. Right, this is it, Chocolate. 2 hours in, having landed in the place where you're going to witness the 24-hour sun, here you are, admitting you're wrong 2 hours in. Not after the... Well, what's going off? Like I say, there might
this
be
is with no video evidence. This is just getting here. And what? They just got here, the sun's out, and so we're going to concede. Like, what?
Yes, sir. That's what that's fundamentally what they've done. Now, they all use strap lines that I'm struggling to remember. Maybe someone will help me, but they all use strap lines. And when you joined, we were waiting.
God's creation.
But waiting for Witsit to use the final one, which of creation. But either way, right? It all feels very scripted. And
wait, I'm confused, Adam. What does creation have? Like, what? Why are they talking about?
He's saying they all got these lines that they're all repeating, every one of them. God's creation. We got to be peaceful, be nice to one another. This guy's a stand-up guy. They're all basically reading from the same script.
I used the analogy
said,
earlier.
You want to go?
Chalk. When the BLM protests were kicking off and petrol stations were burning, every media outlet, it didn't matter what they would describe it as peaceful protests with a little bit of fire. Yeah, did you get me? Yeah,
with the fire in the background.
Yeah.
Yes,
and that's what we've kind of picked up on. This strange media rhetoric, a point that they've want to make themselves or have been told they have to make. I can't speak to that motivation, but it was noticeable as we've watched it that that's what's had to happen. I say that's like. And
oh my God!
Shut up, you football missing
Long-winded scrote.
It's very useful for the new listeners that have been watching the football, got bored because it was a crap game that you've missed, and have then rejoined the show. Like Chocolate, he was obviously enjoying the football, realised it was crap, and joined us.
But the main thing, Adam, is they're all agreeing to a 24-hour sun, not even 3 hours in.
Yeah, thank you, Neil. That was my point. That's what's egregious. None of this is necessary yet. Yeah, this cookery, this telling what a great guy Will is. Yeah, none of it's necessary yet. But in all of this, they've cooked this thing. They're trying to work out new shit just to stay on a ball. Apparently, it's like scripted behavior of flat earthers losing their mind. It stinks.
Thanks.
God take
play,
you
Will, yeah?
and brought me here, and it's a fact. The sun does circle you in the south. So what is
pause?
Oh.
You see, Choc? He's been there 2 hours. It is a fact.
does that mean you guys are not?
You get it? You get it, Chocolate? I think you're pretty quick on the uptake.
Figure that out yourself. Don't listen to my beliefs or my opinion. It shouldn't matter to you.
Why would we listen to your beliefs or your opinions? You're down there watching the sun.
That's the biggest contradiction. He's just said it's a fact. Don't listen to my beliefs. No, just tell me the observation that you haven't made yet because you've only been there 2 hours. So it can't be a fact, can it? Through your... What is this cock waff? What is going on? I say, Choc, go down there, spend all this time, and then you suddenly arrive, and that's what you say. What is going on?
But at least you should be able to accept that the sun does exactly what these guys said as far as circles the...
Yeah,
Chocolate, if I took you to a place that I described as Antarctica, told you it was midnight,
what did you do then?
Showed you 2 hours of the sun, would you be able to make that statement? That those guys that have done all this thing to you, told you all these things, that it's definitely a 24-hour sun?
If somehow I smoked crack at 24 hours was the same thing as 2-3 hours, then maybe
crack would help right now.
No, Chalk would say, "Hey, don't we have another 22 hours
That's
to go?"
about it. I realize that I'll be called a shill for just saying that, and you know what? If you're a shill for being honest, so be it. I honestly believe there was no 24-hour sun. I honestly now believe there is. That's it. If you want to call me a shill, so be it.
After 2 hours.
We need to go back to the main thing at 41. Where we were, Chocolate, that's a pertinent point. Shill. In the world we've been at, we've bothered to even go and look at the word shill. Now, you don't need to give a description of what you think. Listen to the actual dictionary description, North American, and see whether or not what he's saying is applicable to. Because he just said he's not a shill after getting there and being there 2 hours and saying it's a fact that there's a 24-hour sun. Shill.
No, he said he believes there's a 24-hour sun. I would like to use the words, I would know there's a 24-hour sun if you'd been there for that amount.
Neil, I've nearly finished, and I was addressing Chocolate. So whoever that is in Discord, we'll come back to you. It's because it's a good point. So if you've got a defense, that's cool. Chocolate, shill here. We actually went back and shill. So I will read it. Noun, an accomplice of a confidence trickster or swindler who poses as a genuine customer to entice or encourage others. Now, there's the internet thing. Wow, how applicable is the actual description that he's just denied he's not? Just preponderance of evidence.
Jill, for being honest, so be it. I honestly believe there was no 24-hour sun. I honestly now believe there is. That's it.
I honest son. So he said, I honestly now believe that there is. That's what he just said.
chocolate, and then Discord needs
Yes,
to
there's someone in
respond.
Discord that wants to get a word. And who was it? Was that Meta Trick? Yeah, go ahead.
Matrix. Yeah. He said he believes. Like, if you've witnessed something, you don't believe it anymore. You know it. So you just listen to the wording of this scripted crap that they're going on with. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he just literally just said, "I didn't believe there was one, and now I do believe." But bro, you don't need belief. You're there.
Only 2 hours in.
You're at the, this should just be more hours, doesn't he, Chocolate? Not belief.
I mean, the party should just be getting started. How are sessions? I mean, stacks in the back, bro. Like,
I can understand if they were 15 hours in, maybe.
Bro, I could understand if you had hours and hours of footage, which I thought was the point of this whole thing, was to get this, because we've been fighting with edited footage for years and years. Now you're there. Just hang out. What are y'all pressed to come back home? I don't get it. What the hell is going on here?
We don't either, Chocolate.
This is insane.
If you want to call me a shill, so be it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're a shell.
You're a shell. You're a shell.
Yep.
I'll live to see another day. At least
think
I
we're
know
caught up now.
that I got.
You'll live to see another day. Oh my God!
There's other people that want to call him a shill. It's only reasonable they get their chance.
He's kind to me, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the trip. If you guys want to, my whole master plan worked for getting a free trip out here, and to. But no, it's amazing. I can't even tell you. Flying in was the
come on
best thing I've ever seen. So
that's part of the script too.
That's part of the script.
Flying to the bottom of a ball.
No, you're messing it. Flying in was part of the script for each of them. They all talked about how they flew in, how it was the most exciting and the most poignant moment in their lives. All three of them said it.
And they all said that it all leans towards. Hold on,
So,
QE.
how could I give him?
It's good that we give QE, give Chocolate this sort of update in that regard. So Witsit, Lise, and Jaren have all essentially rattled off the same points in regards to there being a god, the trip in and the flight specifically and the views therein were amazing and breathtaking and life-altering. And there was something else that they all said, oh yeah, obviously they've already conceded defeat. All three of them had essentially the same scripted points. The only one that was really sort of, this seems a bit rushed to get these points in, because that's all it was Lise. She gets them in and boshes off, but hit all the notes that she was seemingly needing to hit, because all of them hit them. Anyway, going to do a quick shout out to Tony Wickham. None of the ballers said they'd seen 24-hour sun, only flatties. Suspect.
Yep.
That's interesting.
For bringing me down here, $35,000 trip. It's been incredible. It will continue to be incredible. We've got some tracking mounts swinging around, seeing the sun. What does it mean? You have to figure it out. You know, to me, it means that the AE map no longer works. But
that's never going to get old.
Come on, we've got to go back. We can't sit through this again. We can't.
Okay. 4153.
Yeah.
Oh, we got another numpty.
Oh. Ahead and have someone grab his camera, and he'll go ahead and come on in and talk to everybody. So,
who is this?
And it's good to get his perspective on things.
Who is it?
Also, including himself in the filming that he. I'd like to invite Jonathan Morandi to come on. He's been filming everything. He's been working double time because he's got to keep
working double time. What does that mean?
Up with everything the Globers are doing, everything the Flat Earthers are doing, and he's
trying to keep up with what everyone's doing. What?
He's also including himself in the filming that he's doing because
that sounds hard work, doesn't it?
That's double time.
What a guy!
Well, and it's good to get his perspective on things.
Because
so I'm
the
going to go.
Flat Earthers, the Ball Earthers, and himself. That's three. That's not double. He should speak to his union rep.
And what about himself?
Let's hear what he has to say.
Ahead and have someone grab his camera, and he'll go ahead and come on in and talk to everybody. So
somebody grab his camera. Why? Is he using his camera? Is he using his camera or your camera here?
No, this is important. When he gives his camera to somebody else, is the person that he's giving it to on triple time film, or maybe quadruple time? Because they've got to deal with the flat earthers, the ball earthers, himself, and then themselves. So,
have they all stated how much it will cost? I know I've heard it from a few of them. Oh, that's not part of the script.
No, and Jaron didn't point out a creator either.
He's not very cold either.
Hello from the South Pole.
He's got fruity gloves on.
Oh, from the South Pole. Is that where they're at? Where's the South Pole at?
No, they are not.
It's back. Look he's the guy with the jacket. Look. What? This is the Shillery. Back.
This is an amazing experience. Thank you, Will. It's been really great to know everybody and meet everyone. Dave.
You know everybody now? Okay.
Dave, who's been my roommate.
Pause. Chocolate, are you there? You are the late viewer catch-up. So what we also observed earlier in certain other parts of footage, which we won't bore you with now, but what is the accusation that Nathan woke up to, set out by Awake Souls and a few others, is this is all green screen. Now, if you look at the guy on screen with his bear skin on, there's that black patch that's got TFE on it. Well, that TFE has nothing to do with the clothes he's wearing. It's been blacked out by whatever means, AI or post-editing, and that's actually the background of Will Duffy's logo, the Final Experiment look. It's a green screen effect, which is what we all woke up to this morning. There you go.
Well, I've got someone in Discord with their mic open. Hold on. Oh, it's McToon. Is that the real McToon?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm in Antarctica. How you doing?
Hi, dude.
The sun did not set 24 hours.
You've been there 24 hours now.
What do you guys do? Yep.
You've been up for 24 hours?
Did not set. It did not set for 24 hours.
So you've been up for 24 hours straight? Wow.
I have.
Man, you must
so
be
has Dave
knackered.
McKeegan.
You and Dave stayed up 24 hours?
That's right.
Who else stayed up 24 hours?
I don't think anybody else in our group did the entire time, but we had different people at different times. So lots of overlap. We've had, I think that counts 10, but we have between 8 and 10 cameras that have been filming the entire time.
Okay. You know Earth's measured flat, though, right, Toon?
Hey, Nathan, you lied.
You know Earth's measured flat, though, right, Toon?
Yeah, you're a liar, Nathan. You're a liar. You said the sun sets. You lied. Caught you. You're a scum. You lied.
Did you hear what Nathan just said to you? Did you hear what Nathan just said to you?
I don't care.
Neil, listen to these guys.
Confirmed, proven liar. Nathan, you're a proven liar. I'm standing in Antarctica right now, watching the sun. It did not set for 24 hours. You lied.
I lied about the sun. That doesn't change how Earth is measured. It's measured flat.
Absolutely 100% lied about the Earth. Turn off your mute button there, Nathan. Unselect that little auto mute that you got that you're married to, your life partner, the mute button. Turn it off.
You're gonna listen to this guy.
You done?
Right?
We measure Earth flat too.
Stop over talking.
Like with your elevation angles in your challenge. Maybe if you keep talking indefinitely, maybe you'll win this debate. I've waited for you to stop. I heard you. You called me a liar. Are you going to stop talking, or is this your mute button?
You are a liar, Nathan.
Seems like Toon's decided he's going to use his mute button on me after projecting that I need to stop using one. He hasn't shut up yet to listen to anything I've said. I've asked him if he appreciates Earth's measured flat, and now he's rumpusing.
Nathan, stop talking. Stop changing the topic, Nathan.
Earth's measured flat, Toon, like in your challenge. Your elevation angles are flat Earth measurements, Toon.
Nathan, you said I would get turned away at gunpoint. I did not. I did not get.
I have not said anything of the sort, but we'll rattle them off. These claims of what I've said that Toon says. Notice they've not got quotes around them yet. Meanwhile, Toon's challenge utilised a flat Earth
Nathan,
measurement.
You are changing the topic, Nathan. I am walking around outside in Antarctica right now. I've got 10 people here with me. I'm looking at the mountains. I'm looking at Mount Rossman right now.
Okay, I accept that.
South of me.
I accept a 24-hour sun. Do you accept that Earth is measured flat?
Overnight, last night.
Do you
Listen
accept
to me,
that Earth
Nathan.
is measured flat?
You said the sun sets. You said that if people tried to go to Antarctica, they would get turned away at gunpoint.
I did not say that.
That you lied. And all of your gullible idiot followers should be realizing right now that you are an idiot or you are a liar.
Okay, Toon, I accept that you are seeing a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. Are we going to have a discussion beyond that, or are you going to perpetually call me a liar so you don't have to listen to anything I say?
I will perpetually call you a liar because...
Well, then you've got nothing to say here. Earth's measured flat and Toon doesn't want to communicate with me. His only tactic is to incessantly talk so he doesn't have to listen to anything I put to him. I'll tell my audience while Toon rambles through me. He used flat Earth angle measurements for his challenge, for his 10k challenge, and on no less than 96 occasions, I've put it to this man that he measured Earth flat for his challenge. All he can do is claim that I said people would be turned away at gunpoint and ramble through me putting flat Earth measurements to him. So I'll try again. Let's see if Toon can listen or just ramble straight through me.
Disgusting piece of garbage.
Seems like he's sharing his pain there. He seems to be ranting through me. I'll accept his 24-hour sun.
You are a liar, Nathan.
Is that all you've got, to ramble through me saying I'm a liar? No wonder everybody down there hates you.
Idiots, if they don't immediately leave you, if they don't immediately demand that you stop lying, you need to stop now, Nathan.
Yeah, I heard you. Okay, I'll take that under consideration, Toon. I'll try and stop lying. Will you accept the Earth being measured flat with your angle measurements in your 10k challenge there, Toon?
Get off the internet. Stop putting your lies out there. You're running from the topic, Nathan.
I'm running from the 96 times that I put the flat Earth elevation angle measurements in your 10k challenge. Am I running away from those?
In here, next to Jaren's camera, it's watching me.
Fresh for being up for 24 hours, buddy.
I don't need any help. Everyone else, be quiet. We'll see if Toon keeps rambling through me or he actually acknowledges the angles that were taken. There's his second interjection. No worries. What a coward. For my audience, I'll now try, probably in vain, to put the flat Earth angle measurements in McToon's 10k challenge to him. Let's see how many times I attempt to put it to him before this coward addresses it. That's 2. I'll count them off. Actually, it's not 2. That's 100. No, 99 times I've put this. He's just run away. He dropped the moment he had to listen to me telling him for the... Well, he didn't quite get there, did he? 100th time that he utilised flat Earth elevation angles in his 10k challenge. He dropped like a coward, and his only tactic was to ramble that I was a liar incessantly through me, rather than address it. Next time I ask Toon that, it'll be the 100th time I've put it to him, and he's run like a coward. No joke. Earth is measured flat. For anybody listening who was wondering if Earth was flat or a globe based on what the sun does in Antarctica, know this. Like Toon knows it. Earth is measured flat. The elevation angle measurements in Toon's challenge specifically, I've put it to him 100 times. This will be the 100th. Are flat Earth angle measurements. He knows it. I know it. That's why he ran. After attempting to just call me a liar indefinitely. Wow, what a coward. Shout out to Kelrick. Hold on. Buffoon the liar, says Kelrick. Thank you for the super chat. Down there, question mark. And Jesus is Lord. Thank you very much for the super chats, Showing Cat and Kelrick.
So I'm wondering how you could have lied. And you said You have told everyone, this is the first offense that he said, you told everyone that there was no 24-hour sun in Antarctica. You liar. For you to be a liar, you would have already had to been down in Antarctica and seen that for yourself and then came back and said the opposite. That's the only way you could be a liar. Number one. Number two, he said you were a liar because you've been telling everyone that people can't go to Antarctica because if they do, they will be held at gunpoint. Have you ever said that?
No, 10 years ago I interviewed a man who went down there. It would seem utterly absurd for that lie told by Toon to be true, given that I've interviewed somebody who's been down there. 10 years ago. Toon's just a liar. That's why he had to project it and shout it indefinitely rather than address any of the angle measurements used in his 10K challenge. He rumbled me, did he? Rumpus the crap out of me, then ran.
I'm surprised he got at least a half a sentence out without a fragment.
These people
seem very
think
angry.
They don't have brain.
Seem very angry, considering he's there and he's perceivably won. He's here to tell us, I've been down here 24 hours, I've been awake 24 hours, I've seen the sun 24 hours. So he's won. Why is he so angry?
Because you lied?
I feel like
no. Because deep down, this pain relief, which is all this ever was to someone like Toon, hasn't satisfied him. The itch has not been satisfactorily scratched, has it? So he's got to come here and rub it in my face to get a bit more pain relief. Why isn't it pain relief? Because he knows damn well that Earth's measured flat. Pitch data when he went down there. He knows damn well he's had to affirm the consequent and assume antipodal positioning to state that I've seen the sun, I win. Why are you here telling me? Get on with your life if you've won. But you haven't won. The pain relief isn't satisfactory, is it? Rubbing it in my face won't give you any more pain relief, Toon. That won't make you feel better either.
That's why he don't want to hear about the measurements. Nathan, you're 100% right.
Yeah. Rumble him. I've got to talk through him non-stop so that nobody can hear the angle measurements being put to me and me having no answer to them. What would change? It's been 100 times.
Well,
literally, I'm not making that number up. Just in case I get called a liar, I've literally put that to Toon 100 times, if you include this, given that he's going to have to watch it. He's that vain. So I will count this as the 100th. He'll be listening. So I've put it to Toon no less than 100 times that he measured Earth flat for his 10K challenge. What's he got in response? Call me a liar? That's why he's here. Yeah, this isn't proving jack, and he knows it.
Well, a decent conversation would be, okay, you said, all right, Toon, I accept that you see a 24-hour sun. How about the measurements? He did not want to go down that road.
Of course not. Yeah. Why are we indifferent? Why are we not losing sleep? We're not losing sleep because we know how Earth is measured. Toon needs to assume he goes to the bottom of a globe and then make an observation. So that he's on the bottom of a globe. He already assumed that. He knows that. He watches my show. So he knows where his argument falls apart. That's why he's not satisfied. That's why he thought coming here and telling me I'm a liar and that I win, I got a 24-hour sun, will make him feel better. No, he got more and more angry, didn't he?
Yes.
Well
so
done,
he went
Toon.
all the way to Antarctica to say that you a liar?
Yeah, that's his victory. His victory was to have the confidence to come in here and tell me I'm a liar because I told people they'd be held at gunpoint. Earth's measured flat, Toon. I'll use you as my prime example for the show. Because it hasn't been mentioned enough. We've been talking about you numpties and how you can't string a sentence together. Instead of talking about things like elevation angle measurements for 10K challenges that Toon put on, where he measured Earth flat. Right, Toon? Where'd you get those angles from, Toon? It's only been 100 times. Maybe if you call me a liar non-stop and tell me not to mute you. The whole audience heard you project that. Toon, you weren't muted, mate. You were chanting that I was muting you. Unbelievable. But everybody got to hear me asking you about those flat Earth angle measurements and then watch you run. Maybe you can blame it on Starlink. Oh no, I didn't have a signal from all those whizzing satellites in the second law of thermodynamics violation sky vacuum that tune your channeled, so that namesake, right? Conspiracy Cats' channel. Why is he giving you that channel, Toon? Is it because he ran away because he knew the sky wasn't a vacuum? That's why you've come here today, Toon. Yeah? You know it's measured flat, just like we do.
All right, I'm out.
Okay. Probably a good note to round out on. We know there's definitely a 24-hour sun. If we're to trust Toon, he said he stayed up 24 hours non-stop. I don't disbelieve him.
What? I was just researching that, so I've been. Well, I just checked out. You know, after Neil Armstrong rang Nixon after he'd done the most monumental thing and landed on the moon, you know what he did afterwards? Rang the bloke at school that said the moon was fake and he couldn't go there. It was so important to him to disprove this nobody after he'd done something so monumental that he bothered to do it. What just happened?
What happened was Toon had a little breakdown. So with that, I'll say a massive thank you to all of you liked, commented, shared, subscribed, joined as a Nathan Oakley 1980 channel member, hit me up on PayPal. Obviously, a massive thank you to today's Discord and G Plus panels, because without them, we wouldn't have had a live show or all of the extended after shows. So a massive thank you to them. I will say a massive thank you to all of the people who went down to Antarctica. It's probably exhausting. Last but by no means least, thank you, Toon, for coming in and letting you know how much I live rent-free in your head. I'll see you all in the next video.